It's 4.
I'm gonna fold, and I'm gonna attack my 100.
It's 5.
First hand aces. $4,000 total.
5,000 total.
Okay, cool.
Call 6-7. Heads up. First off to 3.
Insurance.
Wala po insurance. Wala po.
Okay.
All in si 3. Call 6-7 o call.
Hello?
Hand.
Oops, I was
I had a set right there. I see that. Yeah, I'm way too high.
And on that note, welcome to
Nice stream.
Nice hidden star.
Why did you have to raise? I would have won that.
The players yet they about to melt each other.
10,000 more
Gonna
to
get
7.
hurt before we even know his name. Let's go around the table. It's a 50, 100 no limit hold'em
Yeah,
game
send me the
streaming
code.
live from the
Yes, yes,
Masters
please.
Poker Room.
First off to
See
3.
the address below. You see the phone numbers. This game is open to anybody actually. First come, take a seat. Just show up early.
Call 6-3.
Streaming on a 30-minute delay. This game runs from 8 p.m. to 12 midnight.
Call
And we
6-5.
have all kinds of characters at this table tonight.
600. 6-6.
All in,
Seat 1 we got,
all in 5,000.
well, he
All
calls
in,
himself
but
Fish
I
Sato,
already announced you have behind.
businessman from Japan.
Then 15K all in.
To
15K
Kazuya,
all in.
did not
Yes.
All in 6-7.
tell us
Call
what his
6-8.
business was.
Call 6-9.
Sounding like a
Call
character
6-1.
straight out of Street Fighter.
Call 6-2.
But here to fight on the felt tonight. C3 just saw from the Philippines. Ben says he's a guard. Don't know if that's a shooting guard or a point guard. And he was the one with aces in that very first hand.
I only in.
Let's jump to seat 7. Calls himself Wind
6 no caller.
from CHI. That's either China or Chicago. I'm gonna guess
Oh.
China.
5 cents.
And he was the flat caller in that first
Okay,
hand. He
good.
called with King
Okay,
Queen
now you're
off,
telling to check.
flatted a 3-bet, and then gave up on that ragged flop. Wind now just shoves 15,000 in
I
the middle.
didn't even know tonight is
to take
1,500.
some dead money.
Oh, I would just buy a little bit more to come up. Just buy 10K.
You wouldn't think it's a
I'm
50-100
so
game
curious why you have
with an
so
open
many
raise of
tips tonight.
15,000.
Yeah, so many people have so many
Right,
tips
so you
tonight.
see in
We don't
seat
even-
6 next to him, that's Bob Kim, a trader
didn't know
from
that.
Korea. And seat 5 right smack in the middle left of your screen, that's Chris, a 33-year-old vlogger from the US of A. Barely visible right of your screen is in the white shirt. Just barely see his arms right now. That's Phil. Calls himself Team Kuya. 39-year-old Filipino. And seat 9 also from the Philippines, a 27-year-old buy and sell agent or businessman. Call him entrepreneur. Paolo in the horizontal striped shirt. Action is now on Team Kuya after Wind had opened from the +3 for 575. Once again, blinds are 5,100. You can see it on the bottom right of your screens, along with the ongoing size of the pot. So Team Kuya has opted to just flat with his sevens. And Ben's got himself a squeezing hand. Remember, he opened this table up with aces, making everyone a believer, even show the aces. Now he's got a hand that's worth 3-betting, and he does, no hesitation. 3 bets for 1,575. Just about 3 X's. The opener. Once again, Wind is facing a 3-bet from Ben. See if he learned his lesson. Or is he gonna keep tangling? Wind came here to play. That's for sure. Once again, flatting a 3-bet against Ben. Team Kuya should come along. Good to set mine. Team Kuya started the game with 40,000. 400 big, certainly worth set mining. No set there. King 9 is the flop with 2 hearts. Wind has the 2 hearts. Nobody else has anything meaningful. Team Kuya has 1 heart, but it's a 7. So it looks like action's going to swing to Wind as Ben has failed to continue on his opener. Could have wished he bet even a 5th of the pot there, but nope. Could be check give up here as Wind bets a hefty 3,400. Not going to be easy to come along here for either player. Monitoring on YouTube. Don't know if you're watching this on Facebook or YouTube, but if you're on YouTube, we're trying to see some comments. See what I can address. This is Ron covering for the great and busy Noel Zarate. So Ron, we're just on the call here. And you're watching Masters Live 5,100 Hold'em action. Wind has taken the initiative after Ben failed to continue in this 3-bet pot. Got Team Kuya out the way. No reason to hang around.
Okay.
So a bit of a rebate for Wind, who blew 5K on that first hand. Aces of Ben. The rest of the table, currently spectators. Biggest buy in here is 500 big blinds by Fish Sato, the businessman from Japan, in seat 1. Our shortest stacks are Kazuya with 100 big blinds, 10,000 in seat 2. And Wind actually started with 10,000. Looks
You need to take good care of it.
reloaded. Get a bead on the chips and figure out the denominations of each color. In case you're not familiar, we'll familiarize as we go along.
Papaalam lang sa
Masters, of
mga
course, open every day from 4 in the afternoon until when the game breaks. Or 6 a.m. This streaming game happens every Thursday. So pop on by next week and get your seat in it. Time it's Chris, our vlogger from the USA in seat 5, who's opened and got a couple of calls. One from the suited aces. Essentially the same hand from Team Kuya. And Kirby's got the 9-7 defending from the big blind. And wow, what a flop for Chris, because not only does he have the gut shot and the nut flush draw, but he's going to get Kirby along for the ride. Meanwhile, just backdoor flush draws and a gut shot for Team Kuya. He's feeling the spirit of adventure.
Hit for raise 1,600.
So action is on Kirby, who is raised to 1,600. That would mean the violet chips are 100 apiece. Now, did Chris check? No, we can see Chris had bet 300. Team Kuya had called the 300 with that gut shot and backdoor draw. Chris cannot let this go to backdoor and not flush draw.
Fold. Only fold.
But I like the way Kirby's playing it.
Okay. Oh my
Always
God.
count on the draw, so you want to make sure.
Yeah. Okay.
Might get a better draw off the hand, but not just yet.
I'm just thinking it's so violent.
1616.
Hit 8 fold.
Oh my goodness. Was a red card. Not the one Chris wanted, but this one helps Kirby. Coming in from a check raise. You gotta follow up,
4,000.
sir. That's 4,000. Now we know blue chips are 1,000. Can you really let it go?
Hit 5
2 to 1 to draw 12 outs.
Fold the
Kirby has played this fantastically. Taking it down. With what would have been 9 high, but he actually hit the 9 on the turn. To make it seem like a legit hand. Nice takedown for Kirby, the engineer from the Philippines. Great defense of his big blind as well. You know what? I can't get this YouTube link to work, so I will be monitoring the Facebook stream instead. Sorry. Where there seem to be more comments anyway. Let's get right to it. Shout out Kai.
Hit 8 fold.
Tube Zirak
Hit
ng
9
Intra.
fold. Hit 1 fold.
Sounds like
Hit 2
a
raise 300.
gang shout out. Shout out to Uncle Bob's from Daryl Victorio. I'm guessing that's Bob Kim. If that's your Uncle Bob.
Hit 4 fold.
In seat 6
Hit
from Korea.
5 fold. Heads up.
Alright, in this hand, Kazuya was the raiser from the cutoff, and just a call from Ben in the dealer button, a bit passively played.
Hit 2 check.
The
Hit
Kazuya.
300 bet.
Check it, and Ben will fire that float bet on this flop. Queen 4-4 Kazuya could not bet. Be a shame if he
Hit 2
checks
fold.
fold
The caller.
as the raiser, but that's how he's played it. Ben will show yet another ace. Keeps getting aces tonight.
Aces again.
You don't want to get them early though. Right, so rules of this game. Game starts at 8 p.m. and you must play until midnight. The only way you can leave the table is if you are felted. So no cashing out till midnight, but if you bust and you want to call it a night, then that's all up to you. We're not going to force you to keep your seat. And any player leaves, another player can come in. Following the same rules, no cashing out till midnight. So it's a timed, no limit, hold'em 50-100 game.
7 fold.
Coming to you live from the Master's Poker Room, where skill beats luck.
Hit 8 raise 700.
The minimum buy-in for this
Fold.
game,
Hit 9
I
fold
expect,
700.
is
Hit 1
10,000
fold.
or 100 big blinds. That is
Hit
the
2
smallest
fold.
buy-in we have in this lineup. Kazuya in seat 2, Wind in seat 7, and actually Paolo in
Seat
seat
three,
9 all
fold.
came in for 10,000. So
Seat
hope
4,
you
fold.
caught the answer to your question, Jovan Kisho. Now, is Bibimbab and Uncle Bob the same person being referred to in the comments?
Seat 5, fold. Seat 6, fold. Seat 7, fold. Three players.
So Team Kuya, we didn't see his hand, but he raised to 700, which is jacking it up. 7x the blind. Paolo and Kirby both flatted. Now Paolo's got a gut shot, and Kirby's got the almighty hidden bottom set.
Seat 8, bet
Action on Team
1,100.
Kuya with the unknown hand. He will continue.
Seat
Juicy,
9, call.
juicy. As there's a C-bet and a call of 1,100 for Kirby. It's race now or race later. I prefer race later.
Seat 4, call.
And let them hang themselves. Here we go. Kirby with a monster hidden hand. And what a harmless, totally brickish turn that is. It gives some hard draws. We don't know what Team Kuya has, but 5,650 in the middle. Effective stack is Paulus 8,100, being the shorter one. But Kirby can go for the whole 33 because Team Kuya covers him. Team Kuya betting again, same spot, same size bet.
Call.
Very, very weak. If you ask me, nobody's asking, but nobody bets the same size bet with a monster seeing a pot this big.
Seat
Kirby,
4,
time to raise.
5,000.
Pops it to 5,000 now that the draw has appeared. Hoping somebody's got, I don't know, ace jack of hearts or ace queen or aces with a heart blocker. We know Paolo's just got a gut shot, but what's Team Kuya gonna do? It's 3,900 to him. And that pot is ginormous, 12,850. What a beautiful run. So far for Kirby. We don't know if Team Kuya has queens or jacks. That would be sick. We'll know if he races.
How much?
Aces,
5,000
queens,
to
or
call.
jacks.
10 seconds left.
I think the orange chips are 25.
Call. Seat 8, call.
That is a flat. Oh, that brown chip is worth
Seat
5,000.
9, fold.
This light
Heads
looks
up.
like the 100 chip. But yeah, you can see it here. It's kind of brown orange. That's worth 5,000. What is the river? It's a 6. Doesn't
Seat
seem
8
to be anything. As we say in the local poker tables, walang
Fold
kinalaman.
5,000.
So Kirby follows through. One last chance for value, 5,000. Hoping to get a crying call. What is calling on the turn? Team Kuya.
Hindi ko matapon.
Hindi niya daw matapon. He cannot fold it. The cards are made of Velcro. Stuck to his hand like the pages of a Vogue magazine in a teenager's hands. If said teenager was born in the 80s. Cannot throw it away. Mukhang ace queen, boys. Already called 5,000. He knows he's being milked. Ooh, we have time banks on this table. Didn't notice the timer. It would not be enough for 4 hours if they only have 3. They should sell time banks for 10,000. You know what they say? If you're lost, just fold. And Team Kuya looks lost in this hand. One last loving look before you let her go, sir.
Supers ka?
The color.
Hindi ko pwedeng hindi tayaan eh.
All right. Don't know what that was, but pretty sure it's a good fold. What?
Set.
Kirby
Hindi kita tatayaan.
put his cards face down, but the dealer turned it up. So everybody could see the set. Good advertising. And another pot for Kirby. Two big ones. Made a big pot with 7-9 of hearts from his big blind, and now set mining success is a great start
No one's drinking.
for Engineer Kirby.
Wala na akong basa talaga. No one's drinking. Sabi ko, na bahay yata ako. Bahay.
Are we the only Koreans? I know what you're
Let's
waiting.
move to
What I'm waiting?
Risk.
Yeah. You said later, right?
Flat call talaga ako. After win big pot, I drink.
Yeah.
I drink.
Wala ako na.
Yun naman yung race ko
If I
lagi.
lose, I drink.
Naka-stick
If I
lang ako
win,
sa
I drink.
1-1 eh. Hindi ako
Whatever, big pot.
bumubong.
After big pot.
Sumilip ka lang ng river eh.
Wala din. Kung may tinamaan ako, mas durog pa ako eh. Magpapulaws ko eh. Kasi setup pa rin ako. Ganun din.
Well,
Wala
Team
din
Kuya
panalo.
saying if he had hit hard, he would have been crushed. And he probably just wanted to peek at the river.
Sit 8 call, 100.
Next
Sit
hand,
3
next hand.
call.
Maybe next
Sit 1 fold. Sit 2 fold.
next hand.
Sit 4. Fold. Sit 2
Shout
call.
out Alex
Baka
Garcia
maiba pa.
watching from Antipolo.
Masakit din.
Is everyone limping? Okay, ako kay.
You enjoy the action. Our first hand was aces.
Sit 5 call.
Siya muntik niyang
Sit
bayad
5
ako.
call.
The rest of the evening
Buti nag-verbal
is
siya.
just as action
800.
packed.
800.
Sit 7. Raise
A
800.
dizzying amount of hands as somebody open limp. Sino may kasalanan? Paolo open limp from the plus one, starting a cascade of limpers. Team Kuya says he will call Win as raise. As curious for Win to raise his pocket force when it's probably better off set mining. But he's playing it to squeeze the limpers, and Team Kuya comes along from under the gun. Ano to, a steam call
Sit 5 fold.
with a 5-3 of spades. Paolo will try his luck with Queen Chan off. Wind has the lead. Pocket force. Best hand thus far. Let's see the flop. Are you kidding me with a force? Come on. Again. Another set for the pocket force. This time in the hands of Wind, who happened to be
Bet.
a genius for raising this pre-flop and creating a pot. Now he can continue. Jack 4-6. Open ender for Team Kuya. Be careful what you wish for. You just might get it.
Call.
Played 5-3 to flop something good, and this is something good. Good, but not great. Walang spades. No spades in sight. Oh my goodness. I thought it was a 2. It's a 3. Team Kuya's bottom pair, still the open ender. And lower set for Wind, who's still looking good. Only 5-7 got there. Wind gonna compose a bet 7,500 in the middle.
7. Check.
Ooh, going for the check race here. Why check? Let's find out. Team Kuya's hand improved. And if he thinks he's gonna float bet
Sit 8.
against a hand like Ace King, then he should be betting here. Oh my. He should be betting
What do
something,
you
not
have?
all of it. Team Kuya throws himself straight onto the train tracks.
Pocket
Win
jacks. Ace
cannot
jack.
possibly fold this.
Ace jack of clubs. It's okay. He can cover me. It's okay.
I mean, a guy
no need to
flat
count, no need
calls
to count.
his
I know
3 bet
he
with
can
king
cover me.
queen off. You think he's gonna fold a set? Enjoying the moment before the call. I mean, he's got a call, right?
Is it a big bluff?
Why wouldn't he call? How
Okay,
many
I
people
call.
fold
I
a
need
set?
to waste time.
Sit 7.
Of course you call.
Two cards.
I have guns.
We'll see if that slow call gets
Already
punished.
straight?
No,
by a
no.
deuce
No.
or seven
Bottom
on the
pair.
river. Those are
Bottom
only cards
pair
that can
with,
help
uh,
Team Kuya right now.
Oh! Who again?
Easy call.
My God.
I don't know if
Once or
that's a
twice,
slow
once?
roll. If that qualifies as a slow roll, of
One.
course. He doesn't have the nuts.
Wow.
No deuce, no seven.
Another shot. Or again.
Eight in full. Team
Good
Kuya.
intuition.
Yeah.
Wow. That's win.
Yeah, you can count it, please.
Wow.
Nice.
Wow.
Yeah, thank you. Only luck.
Well, he was looking for an adventure when he called 5-3 of spades under the gun, and
Dalawang beses ako pinatay ng kuha.
that adventure was a dizzying ride,
Kala ko nga flash draw ka pa, sabi ko flash draw
which
with the
now makes me
But
want to
you
throw
use
up.
straight draws, right?
3-5 call free bet.
He has been
Yeah.
manipulated
Like 2 and 7.
into shoving that turn
Sige,
when
sige.
win checked.
I had King Jack, so.
15.
But you're set with a
Sneaky check.
No, 15.
No.
15.
Team Kuya, he bought in for 40K.
Kala ko pala.
150.
Okay.
Right, right.
Nice.
Should have about 6 left.
Huge loss.
Those orange chips are worth 25.
Reminds you of yourself last week.
The violet ones are worth 100, so a stack is 2,000, and then he's got 3 or 4 blue chips worth 1,000 each.
Hey, the buckets are ready.
You might see a dark brown chip.
Some
Some of the players, those are
Pocket
5K
4 is
chips.
as big as pocket 8. Pocket 4, then set 4.
Wow.
Dalawang pocket first ko.
Sneaky check by Win.
I can't believe you called the
For
pocket
sure
four.
was going for a check
Three
raise, but Team Kuya just obliged him with a whole stack.
He bet like bluff.
I mean, pre-flop. Pre-flop.
You can bet. You can squeeze. You can squeeze.
Yeah, I
Of
know.
course, Win had to think about it, but only 5-7 got
Yeah,
there unless he
that
was
worked
already
out.
behind the higher set. If so, you just pay the man.
Sit down, fold, sit one, fold.
Yikes, what a start.
After fold.
Not even one orbit in. And Team Kuya's got a little mountain to climb.
Sit fold.
You're watching Masters Live, coming to you from the Masters Poker Room in Malate, Manila. This is 5100 no limit hold'em action. We got players from Japan, local players,
Sit seven,
players from
fold.
the USA, Korea, and China in attendance.
300 to call.
All right, Team Kuya needs a rebate. Let's go. It's been raised by Chris. Wind has decided to come along. Team Kuya in the big blind. Make it look like a steam race.
Wow.
Sit
2-3 is pretty much leveraged the rest of his stack. Too bad he might not get action. Well, he might get action from Wind. Why not? Like I said, rebate. Either it gives him a rebate or he takes the rest of it in some weird beat. Let's see what happens. Please call, sir.
Is it an angry bet?
That's what it's supposed to look like.
The caller.
Never angry.
Oh my goodness. Steve.
Oh.
Can't get
Ang
paid when he
talo ng
has it.
pretend mo, no? Medyo, oh God, parang angry bet eh.
Walang natuwa.
Very nice time, very nice time.
1-3 may
Fair enough, 24, fair enough.
Classic angry bet.
2-4.
Okay, we see Team Kuya has reloaded at least 20K.
What, 900? What?
As we
24?
see a stack of blue chips now in front of him.
No, no.
Let's
2,
Oh
3.
my God. I would
Might
have
have
called it 900.
25K, 26 by now. Win should have given him some action, don't you think?
Angry bet.
He got 20K out of him. Call him for 3K. Maybe the flop comes 10-10-8. You never know.
Sit one, fold. Sit two, fold. Sit three, fold.
In the background, I hear the sound of a sputtering engine.
Sit six, raise 300.
But
Seven,
this table
Sit eight,
is
fold.
on full blast.
Wala lang po.
Baka makita sa PTV, nagmamantika
Less than an
tayo.
hour into the game. This game will run until midnight, and since we are streaming on delay,
Retouch up ba? Retouch ba?
we'll be
Retouch.
streaming till 1:30 midnight. Three-way flop. Small raise by Bob Kim. Standard 3x. Got 2 callers. Ace 9-4.
Check.
Hit 8 check. Hit 9 check.
2 hearts, which nobody has.
Hit 6.
King 10 high,
400.
in the lead. But it's
Hit 8
Bob
fold.
Kim
Hit 9 fold.
being
No
checked
color.
to, and he continues. Takes it down.
Yes, I won. For free.
Yes.
I like this simplest spot of
Yes.
the
Oh, so sweet.
Okay, if he's drinking, I'm drinking.
Yeah,
Me too.
salamat.
Me too.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Okay.
Paula's taking a beating.
Oh, whatever.
May I have
Falling
some
as he
tissue,
flops.
please?
Yeah.
Got
Salamat.
dragged into
Now
one
we're
hand
gonna-
there against Kirby when he was third man.
Maybe I lose.
Made a couple of
Yeah.
thousand.
This is too serious.
See a turn.
Okay.
So his
Well,
10K
well,
stack is
well,
down to under 6,000.
Cheers.
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 Yes.
Oh.
Cut it.
Ano?
Cheers. Yeah, cheers. Yeah. Nice hand.
Cheers.
Luck only. Luck only.
Of course, I agree with Virus Ron. Virus? Saying it right?
Hit 2 fold.
Should have mucked his hand face down.
Oh.
I never like to show,
Fold.
and
Hit
I tell
fold,
that to
fold.
everyone who asks.
What is it? Just 100?
I mean,
No one raised
they're going to see it when they rewatch the stream. You don't need to show.
Hit 5 raise 300.
Let them wonder so he can get called.
1,100.
Very nice.
Plus, you never know what players pick up.
7 fold.
You know, some
Hit
players
fold.
are sharp and they watch your body language
Hit 1
and they
fold.
take notes. So when you show your hand, they might connect the dots.
Is the power of beer,
You
you
might
know?
see where your
Two
hands
seven
were.
maybe.
No,
with
that,
the betting
no, that's
strong.
why I wouldn't play this, but I'm drinking.
Never know what players are going to see and connect. So don't give anything away. Absolutely. Okay, in this spot, Queen 6, 8.
Check.
Presume Paolo was defending the small blind, and Bob Kim has hit top pair. Took down a pot uncontested earlier. Let's see if Paolo can float out of position.
Hit 9 fold.
Would be ambitious, but he looks like he's definitely come here to see flops and turns. And once again, keeling a turn, total blank. And he's down to his last 4K, pots 3-6. One more bet from Bob should do it.
Hit 6 bet 700.
Little massage of the pot for 700.
Hit 9 call.
Wow, nice price. He got ace high to pay there. Jack would be trouble. King is safe. Paolo should be done.
Hit 9 bet 1,000.
Oh,
Hit 6 call.
He decides to lead out for 1,000. Interesting, but I prefer the whole stack. Of course, Bob is going to flat that, only losing to a king. Interesting idea for Paolo to donk bet the river, but
You also got a coin?
would have been
Okay,
better
cool.
if he'd gone all in.
Queen 9.
More
okay.
pressure.
I'm ahead, yes.
Shout out to Milbert.
I get inside the pot,
Milbert is
you
watching from I don't know where. Probably
I see.
Okada. Tell us where you're watching from, Milbert.
Your time.
And if you're watching from Okada and you're not in a tourney anymore, you should run over to this game. You're about 30 minutes away. We want to see you on those seats, sir. Unfortunately, he's in Chiao, Quezon. Okay. I think I might drive by you tomorrow. Mabuhay mga taga Quezon. Back to the action under the gun. Ben would jack that off. Of course, he started the whole night raising and 3-betting aces, and everyone saw that. And to normalize since then, Wynn's got the better Jack 10 suited diamonds in the hijack. I see Ben just limped it. So now Wynn is raising. Wynn's been very aggressive, aggressively calling, aggressively raising, and he's gonna take this down.
Kakakain ko lang, lumakit eh.
Ben just trying to test the waters to see if limping is an option at this table. So far, it is not. Especially Wynn. I mean, Wynn raced the fours when he saw limpers. Now he sees another limp. He races again. So that's how it's going to be. Yes, sir. It's like that.
Why is so quiet
You
today?
limp win races.
Pa?
Double
So
mo lang.
quiet.
Oh yeah?
May 20 na.
Quiet today.
Oh yeah? Because you're not drinking.
No,
You need
Right,
drink.
safe
I
drive,
only
safe,
don't
Milbert.
drinking.
Drink more.
And good luck
Drink
on
more.
No,
Saturday.
I drink sleep.
Okay, it's more
Drink more.
better. More better.
Seat 4 fold. Seat 5 fold. Seat 6 raise 300.
Bob Kim now opens with eights. It's 300.
Seat 7 fold. Seat 8 fold.
Wind
seat
is going to
7
give
fold,
everybody action.
Seat 1
That's
fold.
pretty clear from the get-go.
Seat 2 fold.
Falls with King 3 of diamonds. Doesn't
You and me? Okay.
mind
finally,
about it.
Milbert.
Not afraid of getting sandwiched and nobody else comes along. Wind is playing everybody tonight. 2-3 jack.
Don't bet too
Bob
much,
could get
or you
some
cannot get
value.
any value.
Great flop to continue on. Don't know about the bet size.
300
That
squeeze
is so
Bentley.
telling if you know your cash
Let me
game
see
tells,
that.
ladies and
Okay,
gentlemen.
300, 300.
Okay.
Players who bet the
Yeah.
same size on the flop as they did pre-flop means their hands didn't improve.
Oh, I hit a 3. Okay.
Well,
Seat 6 bet 1,100.
Win honest.
I believe
Honest to God, he's telling Bob what he has. He
Okay,
just
three.
told him he hit the 3.
No, I
Bob
did one
bets
3.
1,100.
Ace 3. Okay. It's right.
How
Yeah,
much
Wynn's
I
telling
bet
the
you
truth
approve?
here.
4,000.
Seat 7 raise
Didn't wait for him to answer. He was asking how much he should bet to get called. And
Oh
Bob
my
was still
God.
thinking.
Didn't see that come.
Check calls for 1,000. Oh my God, indeed.
No jack.
Everybody, see, that's why you give action to get action. Full house now for Wind. Bob Kim. I hope he's not checking the
Even
call.
300.
Can't beat a
No
2.
pocket jack. In the
I mean,
pot.
Wind is just telling Bob what he has. That unless you have pocket jacks, he's a winner. Bob Kim, of course,
Bet pa
called a
ulit,
small
no?
river bet earlier with second pair,
Na ano
but
ko
this
sa
time,
puso.
not even close. Doesn't even have a jack.
ano rin ako, palit din ako.
12.
Wind once again
7
hesitating.
bet
He hesitates when he has a big hand, you notice?
12,000.
10,000,
Thank you.
maybe 9,000. 12,000, my bad. Uncallable. See, Bob's feeling like a hero. Bob Kim, the 29-year-old trader from Korea, is going to trade his chips for information only.
Hello program.
He has nothing else to gain here.
Hello program.
You should make a deal. I'll fold, pay 1,000. Let me see the hand. He wants to see so bad. What's funny is Win told him what he had. And precious time
Really
bank being
happy?
used here. He told you 7 different ways he had a 3. Nice big bet size. It's polarizing, but really, what draw missed? 4-5 missed.
Hello?
That's for a bluff.
ready.
Nobody
2,
acts
5,
this
12? What do
relieved.
you have?
That's called reaction formation.
3. I have 3.
When you act the opposite of how you feel.
Okay,
Your only value is king. 3. Yeah, only. I don't know.
I really have 3. Just telling
Ayan,
you.
nasa FP pa
Yeah.
sumama na
Good
ako.
fold, good fold.
Yeah,
Very
line.
good fold. I don't think you can beat me unless you have check.
What a nice guy.
Who's that? Very
Tries to
nice
take
be sad.
12,000,
Once a life.
and now he won't lie to him.
Galing ni Pao, 2-4 mag-sunod. Hello.
The wind is being rewarded for giving
There was
action,
no bluff.
and he's
I'll tell
seeing a
you
lot
I
of
had
flops.
No, earlier.
Can't hit
Oh, yeah?
flops. If you don't see flops, shout out to Jano Alvarez. Watching from where, sir? Wind started on the wrong foot. Losing 5,000 in the very first hand when he tried to see a flop against
Let go of
aces
that now.
in a
New king,
huge
new king,
3-bet
new king.
pot.
New king.
You know what? It was a 4-bet pot. I keep saying 3-bet. It was a 4-bet pot. Our very first hand. Scroll back and see it. Wind came here to play.
Fold, 6-9.
But he's more than made up for it.
300.
What's he up to now? Like 60K? 43,600. There we go.
Call, 6-4.
Bob's raced this one with King 8 of spades and gets a third caller in the big blind. Kirby defending. King Queen of Hearts plays well post flop, especially when you get 2 overs and a pretty good flush draw. Last time Kirby had a flush draw, he check raised it and followed up big on the turn. Let's see if he plays it the same way. It's a nice big pot. It's a building pot.
8, 4 players.
Kirby was checking to raise it, whiffed, and now his hand not so good after he misses the turn.
Bet 1,100.
Nobody's anything. Kirby still has the most potential, but Wind's got a gut shot.
Fold,
Funny enough, Team Kuya has the best hand if he can call this down. Win should call. He's hitting everything. He'll probably hit like a black 5. I believe it. Yes.
Call, 6-7.
And there's the call. 1,100 for a gut shot. Never mind,
Fold,
10-1 against.
Heads up.
He's feeling it. Team Kuya gets out of the way. What if it's a 5 of hearts? It's not. Win is actually ahead here, but Kirby's not going to let him go to showdown. Let's see 2,000.
Bet 3,000. 6-4. Fold.
Actually 3,000.
No callers.
And Win is out. Well played again by Kirby. I love how he's playing his draws tonight. He's not counting on the draws. He's making his own luck. And that's why he's got the stacks.
Blank, please, small big.
Came in for 30, but now closing in on 50. Shout out to Hippolito Ever. You're watching Masters Live. 5100 No Limit Hold'em action from the Masters Poker Room in Malate. This is Ron Regis. People call me Coach. And I'm covering from the talented but busy Noel Zarate,
27. Fold,
who is
8 and
doing
9.
some obscure sport somewhere in the world.
Raise to 300.
Maybe kabaddi or something like that. It's Kazuya with a pocket 8s this time, raising from the cutoff as it was folded to him. Ben has folded his hand and given up his seat. Momentarily, Kirby's
Fold, 6-5.
out,
No callers.
big blind is out, and
What's that?
biggest pot of the night.
Yeah.
150.
8 pocket.
하치.
What's mean? Hachi. 8.
8.
Fish Sato
Oh.
Japanese.
came in with 500 big blinds, but to come into the, I don't know, to be a spectator so far, hasn't really been involved in the pots. Most pots have had wind in it. Team Kuya and Bob Kim also played some big ones, and Kirby took down, he's 2 for 2. Taking down pots that he's taken control of post flop.
Ito pa?
Fold, 6-7. 5-7.
When folds, Team Kuya needs to bounce back. He's topped up another 10K. He's up to 30,000 now. I think he's playing 60, 65 probably. Needs to bounce back.
260.
Paolo finally
Fold seat
all
one,
in. He's
two,
tried to see
one,
flops and turns and missed everything. Now he's all in with the fives. He's gonna be crushed.
How much?
If everyone gets out of the way, Team Kuya is gonna snap call
Call, hit 8.
and
Pocket 5, pocket 9.
might be a short night for Paolo.
70-30.
Came in short, and he's gonna come in ending short unless he catches a five.
82.
Gonna see the bad news now.
Take it down.
Pocket nines against fives. Paul is all in. No hearts.
Oh!
Five.
Sorry.
Well, what do you know? Wait a minute. There's a 9 hearts. Slow down. Don't do it. It's a spade. No one card flush for Team Kuya. And Paolo makes the 2 outer look easy.
Lagi ako tinatamaan.
Just like that. He doubles up.
He doubled up.
Started the night with 10K.
Gamble.
Was peeling cards. Still, he was down to his last 26.50, and he's doubled up. Got in a
Nothing bad.
small and big blind to go with it.
Okay.
Oh.
Finally.
Back up. Just under 6K.
Finally.
Hindi, mahalas lang siya din. Laging ganito. Lagi tinatamaan. Not lang.
Haba pa. Mahaba pa.
Oh my, I think Chad is right. 5 was folded. And that was a 1 outer? Oh my goodness. You are right, guys. Did not notice
Fold, hit 9.
5 is out of play.
Sabi ko lang na
So
ako, hindi 4 eh. 5.
Paolo's used this one time. That's the bad news. He's used one time for the night.
Full pa rin yung 4. Ano man.
400 to raise.
Better come in ahead next
Actually,
time.
ako na
'Cause yes,
nun.
indeed,
Straight ako,
Chad is
Kuya.
correct. That was a 1 outer
Tall.
for Paolo.
2-3 ako.
You need to raise 400.
Pwede nga lang ganun, 2-3 ako.
Meanwhile, it's been folded to the button, and Chris has raised to 400. It is a straddled pot. You can see the straddle. Straddled by
Call.
Team
7.
Kuya. That's why they raised 400. Chris tried to make it 3, but didn't notice the straddle. Option in Team Kuya. This is just raise it over these guys. Come on. This is why you straddle, right?
Oh, 2-4.
This is why you straddle. Like,
Angry Bird.
anybody can see that coming.
No, I remember your 2-4.
Here's a tip. If the guy who's bleeding chips, if a guy is stuck and he
Are you a fan
straddles,
of Kobe Bryant?
he's
You always
straddling the
bet
3
32.
bet any Broadway hand he's got. Hey, Wynn's been giving everyone action, and he's been benefiting from him. You should give him action.
Call. Hit 7.
Yes, sir. Team Kuya straddles, and with the old straddle 3 bet, Wynn comes along with suited King 9. Oh well, was worth a look. He's got 1 spade. If he wants to chase runner flush or runner straight.
Sure.
In the meantime, Team Kuya has top pair and a paired ragged board. What a
Let's
nice
go.
result for your
All in?
straddle 3 bet. Just
All
all
in,
in,
all
doesn't
in.
want to play turn and river. Just take it right
Oh.
here.
Quick fold.
Fold. Hit 7.
Wynn cannot call. I mean, he gives action, but he's not a nut job.
But
Rightfully
I
gives
don't
it
know
up.
what is that.
First spot. First spot of the night.
Even
Shout out to one
I don't know
of
what
the
it
people
is.
I enjoyed playing poker with the most, and I am not
I think
exaggerating here.
Maybe I call, but that.
AJ Braga is in the chat.
Thank you.
Pair 5.
Man, last we played
Anyway.
might have been in City of Dreams.
I'm generous today. If I bet...
Pre-pandemic for sure.
Like 3-5 suited, right?
Yeah.
Hope
Yeah.
to see you at Masters.
Yeah,
Hope to see you at this game, actually. Weren't we supposed to be here
Where's that?
one of these
Maybe,
days?
maybe you
I
come
think-
4-5 again.
I think he only did that.
Enjoy the action,
I think I only
AJ
did that because I
Braga.
raised so weak. I'm gonna ask you each time now, okay? Because you didn't tell me that was a bet. You're like, fold.
No straddle from
That's what I
Paolo.
thought everyone was
5,100.
called.
That's the
So I'm
blinds.
gonna ask you each time before I raise.
Paolo should straddle shove just one time.
Fold.
That's
9
thinking.
fold. Hit 1.
Maybe you can ask first.
300. Hit 2.
Pistado.
Fold.
Still no
Fold. Hit
action
3. Fold.
from
Hit
the
4.
get-go.
Fold. Hit 5.
Came in with the
Fold.
biggest
Hit
stack.
6.
Raise who ka raise?
Kazuya's raised to 5s from the +2. Ben comes along with a speculative king. Wynn's got the pretty-looking Jack 10 of diamonds.
1,075.
I know him, he 3 bets. Why not?
Eight.
Kazuya. You have the odd, barely has the
Ayun
odds
naman
to
yun,
set
talo
mine.
eh.
Effectively, stack is 9K.
1075. Call. Hit 2.
Flops a set, he needs to get it all in. How's he gonna flop a set? Ben's got the 5. Another 1 outer for the 5s. Kazuya calls. Ben's got okay odds. About 3.5 to 1.
Call. C3.
Yeah. Gonna see a flop. If there's no spades, he's done, I guess.
How much you raise? 2,000?
Let's see. What we want to see. We want to see a king of diamonds, a 5 of diamonds, and a jack. How about that?
Flop. Okay.
Wow.
Nope, none of the above. 2, 3, queen. Miraculously, the 5s are still ahead.
Check.
But Wind has initiative, having 3-bet from the small blind. He now checks. Kazuya, his hand's only gonna get worse as cards show up on the turn and river, but he skips this street. And Ben can fire this float bet.
2,350. Hit 3.
Change of plans. He was hoping to flop a couple of spades, but since both players checked, hey, why not take a stab at this? Kazuya can call. There's only 1 over to his 5s. But for Wind, there's
Para tutulak ko na lang.
no upside here. No diamond. Kazuya's stack gonna get much shorter after this call. So much so that if he wants to call, he should think about shoving.
Oh, he's waiting so far.
If he calls, he's SPR is 1/2.
No color.
Drinking machine.
Nice pressure from Ben.
Patay.
Give the man a lot of respect
Lasing.
for float betting king high. Of course, it helps that he showed aces on the very first hand.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Built his image from there.
Gampay.
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 Cheers.
Moved.
Very just to have fun. Very just to have
Moved
fun.
to win.
Yes, we just
Have wine?
We in the small
fun,
blind,
have
Paolo
fun.
in the
Yeah,
big
yeah.
blind.
Yeah,
Let's
enjoy,
enjoy,
relax.
enjoy it.
Let's
Enjoy
enjoy
it.
Yeah.
Wait, who's
Paying
money?
whatever.
Your money, okay.
Solid 5 sell business.
It's on the house,
Flops and turns,
you know, so that's
and
the it's on the
sold
house.
the 1
Okay,
outer.
okay.
Hope business continues to trend up.
Aces. It's been a long
Money,
time.
money.
There are a lot of chips on this table.
Aces.
If I get the aces, I will all in.
Finally.
Yeah, I
Oh,
wonder. Go,
my
gamble
lord,
with
we have
aces.
a fish Sato sighting.
Like he did,
Finally.
he did earlier. First
Giving
hand,
action
aces.
from under the gun, he raises to
Finally.
350
Call. Hit 6.
after having only called 2 small blinds and 2 big blinds. Now he's raising
First
ace
hand?
deuce of clubs from under the gun.
He always got first hand and
Oh, everyone notices.
I study how he plays.
Always
Always the first
That's
hand.
his first hand.
50? No.
Call. Hit 8.
Hey, don't talk about the guy like he's not there. He's right there in seat 1.
Okay. Let's go.
Call.
Telling him it's the first hand he's played there. Absolutely right.
Gumalaw na.
Players.
Paolo gonna buy another flop.
Gumalaw na
See
yung
if he can
siman.
sell a flush. 5 deuce of hearts is the lucky hand.
Check.
Eh.
Line.
Bottom pair. Got shot to the idiot end of the straight.
Hit 1.
For Saito. Sorry, for Fish Sato.
Ay?
What an outcome. Raggedy board and not flush draw. Bob Kim's got the same draw.
Hello, Paul.
Come on,
Brother.
clubs. Wait, what do we want? We want
Maybe
a
later.
5 of clubs. Oh, never mind. Paula's folded. So 2 flush draws. May God bless the lower flush draw because that will be drawing dead. Bob Kim actually raised his flush draw, which is a nice idea, but Fish Sato isn't going anywhere. He bought in for 50K for a reason. He hasn't played a single hand until this one. And he's playing it sticky. Of course, coming off a raise, he's lost initiative to Bob Kim. He might have to check
Call. Hit 6.
this turn.
Heads up.
I'm lost in the hand. Fish Sato actually 3-bet to 5,500. I like it. Playing really aggro, and Bob Kim just forced to call. Would not give up initiative. Now Bob Kim has the goods. Top pair, flush draw. Or as we see it, top pair, flush blockers. Fish Sato must follow up. The flop went bet, 3-bet.
Bet 8,000.
10,000. Maybe 8,000. 8,000, Bob. Can't go anywhere here. His hand improved. May have reason to believe he's up against aces the way Fish has played this. If so, then he has the odds to call. Implied odds.
Call.
And so he makes the call. Clubs are blocked. Will they show up on the river? No, but there was a 5. I knew Paolo should have stuck around. He missed his winning hand. As it is, Bob Kim has the winning hand, but Fish Sato has other plans. There's 28,100 in the pot. He's not gonna check fold this. It's worth at least a 12K bet.
Yeah, man.
Wow, Fish Sato hasn't played a single hand.
That's so big pop inside. So big
Now
pop,
he's gonna
just keep quiet.
Play 500. He's about to play 500 bigs in one hand. What a feeling when you miss your draw and you know you have to bet. If he checks, Bob checks behind, it's over. Fish Sato has to bet. It cannot be smaller than 10,000.
Bet 22,000. Sit 1. Call.
That's how you do it. Oh, insta call, one chip call by Bob Kim snaps. And he's gonna see that he's a hero.
Pair queen.
Wow.
No flush, no
Fish
flush.
Sato bought it
Pair queen
20,000.
is
Did not play a hand for 2 orbits.
Wow.
Played this hand for 37,000.
So I was.
You are watching
only
Masters
lucky to bluff.
live. Coming from the Masters
Yeah.
poker room.
Before
What are you doing at
everything.
home? Head on over there.
So ballsy.
Right
No,
now.
aces, king.
Look at
cannot
this.
play like that.
Look at this pot.
No, no straight.
What?
With just a queen.
I'm straight like 4.
No, it's just
4 for
300
Open,
you big blind pot.
Yeah. He opened first, so there's no
What?
straight there. I mean,
So
the-
aces, kings cannot play like that, right? Ace,
Yeah.
queen, right?
yeah.
So
So I think.
just like
Shout out to
my God,
Josh
that-
Caleramal Leonares.
Nice read, nice read.
Oh my god.
Congratulations to Jet Jet.
Wow. I just learned a lesson.
Grab a flop hard for sure. Turn is a queen. Wow.
Learn,
Yep.
learn from the pro.
What a snap call though by Bob Kim.
I need to study this later. That's scary.
Wow, indeed. For Fish Sato.
Call. Sit 4.
Might fold the next
Call.
10 orbits now.
Sit 5.
Or play every hand. Let's see how he bounces back from
And
this.
that's it.
Meanwhile, Ben is limp behind Kirby, begging to be raised, and Team Kuya is gonna oblige him.
he only
Makes it 1,200. Fish Sato goes back to the sidelines. Well, Ben,
like straight.
Yeah.
So
you asked for it, you got it.
And no plus there.
You were limping. The 3-bet, this is it.
Call.
It's like a flat. Ben's being very careful.
But I'm lucky on the 10.
And Team Kuya has to start thinking, what does Ben limp
But for me,
the flat 1,200 with?
two overflush now, right?
5 King Jack, good news for Team Kuya. He completely missed. Bad news, he has a gut shot. And if Ben checks, he might bet.
Call is nothing. And then hit the.
No, it's not nothing. Two overflush
Be
now.
natural
It's
for
not
Ben to
nothing.
check
yeah,
this
yeah,
Two overflush now.
Yeah.
and see what Team Kuya does with initiative.
I'm
Behind.
lucky on the 10.
See a gut shot.
Wow.
Did not improve on the turn. If Bet bets here, it's over.
Bet 1 5 sit 3.
But Bet's gonna try to get value.
Chip.
Maybe up against queens. What would Team Kuya be
Don't
raising?
bluff me, huh?
Team Kuya obliges.
bluff me.
Gonna peel the
I'll
river.
catch you.
1,500. Nice size by Ben.
You really want to call
Well, we like checking here.
Okay.
Really.
And do some bluff because you hit it too hard.
I using time back.
Now Team Kuya can't have anything.
What do you
They
have?
might call you with a pair of jack,
Pocket eight.
pocket tens, pocket queens.
How much? Impossible pocket name.
It's 3,500.
Or 8, or not 8.
Pocket eight.
Kuya's gotta be really curious to call
Pocket
this.
8, there's
But you don't have ace jack or something jack combo. You don't have
Curious
jack combo.
George.
You have 3 or nothing. So that's why I really want to
Sizing. A ridiculously sized
I didn't-
river raise.
If I bet less, maybe you call.
It's
You
the
call
only
that
way to
just
win.
Like a value, but just bet too much.
No,
then you
no,
think.
no. If you bet deep, because it looks like more bluffer.
Team Kuya
so
still stuck.
if you
Might be
bet
stuck
small,
30K at this point.
it's not good. I
I
just
folded
told
earlier
information to you.
What?
against
Wait, I'm just learning.
similar
Oh my
river bet.
God.
I'm fish.
Opponent had a set.
Learn from me.
Fold, chip 8.
No
I'm
need
a
to
little
show.
fish. At least you a shark.
Now he needs to show because
I'm whale. Whale.
players on his
Whale,
left and
whale.
right saw his hand show. One show all, and Ben also shows his
Buti
hand.
pantapon mo
I'm anchovy.
Anchovy,
Ben,
anchovy.
sneaky.
Ayop na yun. Ace.
You 4-bet with the aces pre-flop. Can also limp ace king.
Wow.
Gunshot
Di, sinilip ka lang pala. Oo, gunshot na yun. Kasi kung may payong yun, patay na ako.
Button moves to Paolo.
Sa akin, may payong ako.
5,100 game, no limit hold'em.
Iyan Barok, talo.
No
patay na rin.
fancy stuff, just straight up 5,100 with the occasional straddle. No mushrooms, no side game, no red versus black, none of that.
Sinilip lang ako ng river.
Just hold them for now.
Bet niya kuya eh. Nire-release ng 3-5. Pero kung mga minimum
Got
bet lang,
ourselves
parang-
4 local players,
Raise
2
200.
Japanese players,
Nice ko. Nice ko.
1 from the US, 1 from Korea, 1 from China. China or Chicago?
Di pa ako lasing.
Probably
Pag lasing
China.
na ako, patay na rin.
Lasing? Lasing.
Lasing?
Lasing din.
That is raised
That's why you're calling
200.
22,000.
Let's
go!
Ben is mixing it up.
Fold, sit 1. Fold.
How about
Oh,
she
those
called
are
that
going to be
queen
some
7?
very expensive beers.
She bets, when she bets like 22,000?
So,
You ever thinking like, maybe you can snap?
Because Bob knows
No,
it
no.
will
You know,
hit on
you
the
know what
turn.
you snap call eh? You ever think about like,
he
maybe you can think about like
he
a 7 or
represents
something?
straight. If
Kuya is
not straight,
impressed that
nothing.
Bob snap called 22,000
or
on that
nothing.
river.
Yeah, maybe you can
Yes,
just
he
like
made up his
straight.
mind.
No flush draw anything like.
But still a hero call in my That's me, maybe I have queen,
If you have
the top
aces,
here, I
bet.
cannot fold it.
No better, no better. You're right.
Top
But
pair
of
cannot
He
fold.
bet
Check
a
out
little
guys.
bit
Cannot bet
weird,
that
a little
one.
bit weird.
I have also combo.
He opened that,
So I'm mistake betting.
I'm thinking maybe you can overbet that 22 earlier, but you
Shout out to Anja Perez, Jaja Leon Show,
I have
and A-Style Josh Antonio joining the stream. This is Masters Live.
Only
Streaming
Winning
till
and all fold and
12:30.
winning and all call.
Game plays
so
till
I just-
midnight. We are on 30-minute delay.
Okay, cool.
I lost twice like first, right?
Yeah.
You get the set.
Yeah.
775.
Release to 775. Sit 7.
First open in the +1 200. Win 3 bets. Wind is 3-betting heavy
Fold,
and light.
sit 8. Fold, sit 9.
Papagalitan mo
That
ako.
makes any sense.
Fold, sit 1 and 2.
Does not let you see
775.
flops for cheap. Ben with a speculative hand. If he thinks Chris is gonna flat, then it's okay to flat here, I guess. Cold call from the big blind. Risking a sandwich.
Fold, sit 5.
Wow.
Heads up.
Chris folds. Didn't like the odds. And now, it's Ben in the big blind. Absolutely nothing. Look at Chris. Look at Chris. He just missed flopping trips.
Malasa.
A scowl on his face. It would have been for chop. I'll make a bet, guys. After this hand is over, the first thing Chris will say is he had a jack. First thing he will say. The wind has a jack too, and he continues here in this paired board. Ben's got nothing. He's gonna float with runner, flush draw out of position. Not good. Doesn't feel like that's Ben's style at all. Ben's been very solid.
I had the jack.
You have the last jack?
Yeah.
I have jack king.
Right
Jack
there.
king, Lord kicker.
Jack king.
Oh,
Jack king.
Why would you say that?
No, jack queen.
Jack queen.
No, I had jack queen. I had jack
Sabihin
queen.
nyo lang, pag bawal
I have jack king.
bababa ako.
Me too.
Yeah, you both had jack queen.
No, you didn't call inside.
Because you made it 775. That's
Oh, you didn't call.
500 to
No, I have jack. He the set.
This is mine.
Yeah, why you didn't call? Raise 3.
Why you
Yeah,
do
I
that?
like one.
If here over the line, mine.
Call. Chris came in with 3 bigs.
Set it on line. Here.
This is line. Okay.
He had honest call there, but not feeling it.
I cannot take advantage from you.
Next time he'll feel it.
5. Call, sit 6. Call, sit 7 and 8. Call, sit 9. Call, sit 1.
Loads and all, kampay.
Paolo folded them in the hijack.
Are you Japanese, sir?
He's gonna try to see yet another flop.
Here, what do you use?
Kuya na lang,
Down to
kuya.
50
Kuya.
bigs.
Yeah, you can call me
49 and a half.
Bob.
He's gonna pop this from the small
Bob?
That's my
blind.
name.
Oh.
Call.
My name's Green.
He understands the limping game Paolo's been playing.
You know
Even if Paolo calls, Ben knows he can blow him out the hand. But
You
Kirby,
can call me Joe. My real name is
probably
Joe.
next to Ben, has been playing
Joe Bob with this.
just as solid. Will have position and defends his big blind.
Check. Sit 3.
Yeah, let's have one.
Kirby
It's too early.
plays his misses really aggressively.
Check. Sit 9.
Ben is checked here. Kirby's got the ace high. And for Paolo, it's nothing much. Playing fold there. Turned himself a gut shot. Kirby's blocking the gut shot. Kirby's actually got an open ender with 1 card. That's 400.
Isang bitching ko ngayon. Good service ka.
Put a smiley emoji in the chat if you think Paolo's gonna call.
Call. Sit 9.
Too slow. He's folded. Ben's got the gut shot.
Nakaupo na yung mga alaga ko doon. Nakaupo na yung mga alaga
Calling
ko. Naglalaro
OOP
na.
with king high. Not enough diamonds to matter. Ben's gonna check. Kirby's got ace high and
Chats.
gonna fire here. 600 should do it. Gone for 11.
Bet 1,200.
That's
Sit
a
1,200 actually.
Got check, check.
Oh, Ben gut shotting for 400. Hey, if he makes it and Kirby has a 7, might be willing to pay 4,000.
Well, you did not hesitate to bet eh. When she,
Shout out
when she
to
bets like
Echo.
22,000. You did not hesitate.
Kubinoja, kumusta na?
Yeah.
Welcome.
Nice play, nice play.
I know. He already
Live.
decided when to
$100
do the turn, and then when he thinks, he already decided
Live
when
was
to
weekend,
holding
yeah,
off
30 minutes
how
delay.
much back he already decided. Snap call.
It's because he's drinking.
Yes. Yes.
Maybe if I have the hand, maybe I can overbet that 22. I'll push it all in.
Oh, I can.
Had a rough start.
Maybe I push
Yeah,
all,
yeah.
but maybe I need to use all.
You're confusing,
I
right?
put you on it. Sorry.
That's
Any
all.
calculation of
You're
chips
confusing
or
the
any
hand,
graphics
like,
indicating
you
that?
can- you can-
But
So hard to
Kuya
play
is
tonight.
stuck
Pro,
about
pro.
25. Paula's
No,
stuck
no.
only
You
about
blocked
5.
me.
Came in for 10.
You bluffed me.
I didn't work. I had
Win
3.
looking like
Really?
the
Okay.
big
We will
winner
know
so
in the-
far.
okay.
Started with
How many
10,000. Lost 5 of it.
You will know what the replay.
And then rallied.
I had
Big pot
2.
after big pot.
Unless before you
want
watch it,
barbecue?
I just told you I had
About
3.
37,000
Before you watch it.
from Fish Sato just a couple hands earlier.
Walang nagdalawang isip eh. Walang isip.
Ben and Kirby with solid aggressive play also.
Yung malaking bagay rin siguro
Like
matagal
big
siya
winners so
naglalaro.
far.
Sabagay. Lagi silang dangerous player.
The wind is raised from earlier. We're going to speculate with the suited hand, as is Kazuya. Suited aces.
Just kidding, my friend.
Chris. And he's getting
Mami,
Good
pasamahan
odds
mo
to
ako.
call here. He wants to defend his big blind. Join the fun with Queen 10 off. He missed the boat when he folded Queen
Kinatay
Jack.
ako di Pao eh.
Missed what could have been trips.
Dalawang hands parehas 4.
Oh no, it's going to be 2 10s on the flop. Maybe.
Okay. Pero okay lang. It's part of the game.
Pangit yung Jack, oh. Sipon.
Oh, Jack 7 Jack. Queen 10 got nothing. Wins got a gut shot.
How many players
Wins
we
got
have?
the smaller piece of this. He's aggressive when he has it.
1,000 only. Bet 1,000, sit 8.
1,000 only, he says. Oh,
Fold, sit 2.
Kazuya is done.
You bet now you
Win
have
might not be done.
Jack.
Running like
Oh, ace high.
Jesus on roller skates. He should flat this gut shot.
What do
see
you
what
have?
happens.
Call, sit 7.
What do you have? What do you have?
Cannot pull that, you know?
Can I pull?
Oh, now he has a full house. That's what he has.
You bet
Win
another
doesn't
34.
really bluff. I mean, he's given a lot of action, made a lot of hands.
Okay. I'll call you one more
Bluffers
time.
at this table so far. Oh, he's called another one for his gut
I hit the straight.
shot. Oh my goodness, he got it. Be careful what you wish for.
He did.
Even if you got a gut shot or a flush, Team Kuya doesn't care.
Bet 7.
2-4.
2-4, call.
Bet 2-4.
Jack.
8.
Well, he's only beating ace kicker.
I have
Team Kuya
seven.
shows the
You
one
have seven.
card
I hit
full
the
house.
straight. Told you.
Oh.
Full house.
And I told you Quinn would hit that gut shot.
Hit the straight. Also cannot pull
I
that.
tell you he would win.
Believe or not.
Cannot fold on a double pair board with heart
Pull
shot.
out
Tirahin ako.
Nothing, yeah, right.
You still need to
Alam mo nang wala Jack eh.
call to see the hands, right?
Shout out
Thank you.
one of the OG grinders.
Tumama rin.
Tournament
kung may
poker
Jack Kuya,
heroes
cover niya na ako eh.
of
Angry
the local
Swallow.
scene. Sorry,
Yeah.
he embarked us
Okay.
to the chat.
Hindi ka pwede hindi tumaya sa river.
You're watching Masters live.
So you have already won in the,
Anjo
in the
Perez.
turn, right?
If
Already
Fish
hit
Sato
the-
is on tilt,
Yeah, he
Full house.
just feel out.
but he tilts very conservatively.
And you know what's the unlucky part? I hit the
Maganda.
straight in the river. Hit the straight in the river.
That's why you don't bluff.
Huh?
Bob, that's why you don't bluff.
What do you mean? Yeah, I don't bluff.
I don't know. I think
I don't
he's
bluff.
not.
I don't bluff.
don't know.
I
I
don't
think
bluff.
over
You get the
50%.
straight, but
Yeah.
but the
I feel
upper hand.
over
like-
50%.
Yeah.
That's right. Win doesn't bluff. He chases,
I'm
but
just,
he doesn't bluff.
I'm just curious in your card eh. I'm thinking like you have jacks,
Not
but
yet, anyway.
you did not
No,
over.
no.
I'm bet like 2,400 for the.
You always bet 2,400. So that doesn't mean anything, I think.
That's my lucky number. 2-4.
So I'm
Oh,
asking
little
you
do they
if
know,
you
he's
are you
always
the
had
fan
it.
of Kobe Bryant?
Yeah. Kobe's my
so do I.
my favorite player.
So do I. Then we are lifetime friends.
When I grow up, Kobe's my idol.
Hey, Chad, I got no feedback from the tech crew, but you guys
Grabe
can tell me
yung
the
release mo,
audio's
Kuya.
good. Flying blind here.
Namimigay lang ako, kuya eh.
Meanwhile, bets raised to 700 from the cutoff with ace-10 off. We're gonna call with a dead man's hand. Paolo gonna come along, gonna keep buying flops till he hits one that he likes. He might like this one. Middle
Hindi
pair,
naman, check.
playing the short stack in a table that's playing 500 BB pots. So yeah, that's the move. Why not?
4,000.
Only losing to a king. He
Like
gets
three-
this, he'll
3
be
years, something like
close to where he started.
4,000?
4,050.
Wow. Pro.
Well, no, he'll only take down 6-5. No one's calling him. Unless Ben likes the gut shot with a 1 over.
He's right. Yeah.
The Bob is calculating the chips. Eh.
Just stand to win
Yeah.
enough
Okay,
to
huh?
make that call. Team Kuya has
4,000?
an even worse hand, only 1 over.
Double up. Ako lagi nagdo-double up sa'yo, idol. 4,000.
He did double him up with 9s earlier. When Paolo played the 5s and spiked a 1 outer.
Hindi siya na
Now, Team
makakuha ng
Kuya doesn't have to do
ganyan
this,
naman
but he
hinahalabas
must really
ko.
like Paolo.
Ayoko na nga.
Fold 6, 8.
For you have 7 again?
No, I have 8. 8 yun.
Paolo back to 6,500.
Wala, patay na ako kay brother.
Gonna hang in there.
Nagotso yun, kokol na
C
ako.
flops, C turns. See what happens.
Lagi nakakuha ng pair. Hindi naman tinatama. Bigay mo nga sa akin yung pair 4 kasi pair 4 silang dalawa eh.
Lumalabas.
Hindi, masakit doon kuya. Flop pa lang binigay na.
Parehas.
Parehas, flop binigay.
Look at C5, that's Chris, a vlogger from the US. C6 is Bob Kim, a trader from Korea. C7, the action man at the table is Wind. Says he's a trader and he's really active one at this table. Of course, Team Kuya in seat 8 and you see Paula in seat 9, both of them from the Philippines. Team Kuya with 7-8 of clubs, open limp. Finally, Paolo has entered with a raise. It's gotta be shocking for the team. The guy who's limped and cold every time he came in, finally he's racing. Everybody run. Paolo's raised to 450. Fish Stato going to speculate. He really likes the clubs tonight. Played one hand for 37,000. Ace deuce of clubs. Now he's 3-betting 10-9 of clubs. Didn't top up. So he's still sitting at about 13K.
Alright, I want the
So
most
maybe we
Paolo's doing cartwheels in his head.
Sorry.
Fold 6, 6.
Sure, he can't wait to act with Team Kuya is probably coming along. Look at all the clubs that have been dealt out. Put them all together.
Gio na thank you.
Gio never bankrupt.
I really
Make a dragon straight.
What do you mean? What do you mean?
Wins got King Queen.
Okay.
It's 4-bettable.
One.
He's very active free.
One.
Quite honest post.
100.
He even gone so far as to tell Bob Kim his exact hand.
I can bankrupt him.
So Win cannot resist. Team Kuya must be coming along here. Great odds with his 7-8 of clubs, but check to the left, sir. There is a player who's very fidgety, and he's about to pounce.
I knew it.
You gotta look to your left at the cascade. Always look to your left. You can see what the guy's about to do.
Oh my god.
Yeah, just do it. It's crazy.
Paolo's all in for
Crazy,
6,500.
so crazy.
I can't play.
Too crazy. I should have food.
Ishtada started this.
I just feel like I got robbed.
I have a feeling he's willing to call all these chips if it wasn't for the 2 players behind him. And if Sato and Win fold, will Team Kuya oblige?
See if you want this one.
Where do you buy that?
5,450 to call. For anyone with a guts
Thank you.
to see his clubs through. Paolo's not blocking any clubs, but everyone else is.
No, later. So high pressure.
Listen to Fish Sada starts. The voice in his head says fold. What about Wind?
5,003.
Gotta give him action. A table like this, you gotta give Paolo some
And there's a
action.
big pro after me.
I mean, he's gonna pay it back
And I
buying
don't
flops
want to
later,
call.
so
And so hard to call.
Wind can't call with Team Kuya sitting there.
Okay.
No, you fold too.
Have fun.
No, I don't have
Look at this.
cards too.
If you're not behind me, I just call.
Second time, Kings at the table will not see a flop, but this one has some dead money. Nice enough pot for Paolo. Are you serious? He's back up to exactly 10,000 chips. Welcome to the game, Paolo in C9, buy in 10,000. Everything's a wash. Lease on life. We
And
start
then I
over.
call a 3-bet, you call a 3-bet, then he go all in.
All in.
Yeah, then it looks like he just won the pot. So, if you're not behind me, maybe I will call that because this has a...
You have 8? You have 8?
No,
Tell you what, if the hands were
king,
switched,
Save your money. He saved your
Win
money.
folded.
King, queen of
Team
clubs.
Kuya had the King Queen of clubs, who knows?
But maybe I will call that 5,000, I will call
Hindi,
that.
pero tutulak niya na talaga yun. Wala namang gagawin sa isip.
Laruin niya pa yun. Padali pa ng issue.
Get ng chips ko.
Oo.
5K na.
Wala. Hindi, pantulak na talaga. Kahit marako, itutulak.
Paulo under the gun, ace-6 of diamonds. And we are back to the limp. Usado with jack 10 of clubs.
Total raise 6-1.
He has topped up. He's added 30,000 to his stack, playing 80 now.
Fold 6-5. Call 6-6.
I'm not going to be able to keep track of all this, but I'm going to try.
Alright, family pot, family pot.
Call 6-7.
You cannot make me a family pot.
So open limp, Usado raises, Bobkin calls the suited connector. Win calls the suited whatever.
Call 6-9.
And Team Kuya with a lucky fours. He asked for it 2 hands ago. Because the fours have hit sets 2 times tonight. Let's see if Team Kuya. Oh, he hits a 4. Uh-oh. Unbelievable. Team Kuya asked for it. Bob Kim hit a set of 4s. Wind hit a set of 4s. Sorry, not Bob Kim. I believe it was Kirby.
2-4.
Now Team Kuya hits a set of 4s. I mean, all of this on the flop. It's monotone. The wind has flopped the baby flush. Paulo has flopped the nut flush.
What do you have?
Be careful what you ask for, Team Kuya, because you got it. You got bottom
More
set.
than one people
2
call?
players have a flush. Paulo could be paid in full if he takes it slow. It's a bet and a call. He's sitting on 9,500. Oh, the old pretend to look at your hand. Not sure if I should call. Oh. And then proceeds to flat.
No good.
Fold 6-6.
Bob Kim is out. I think Win's gonna put Paulo all in. 9,700 in the pot. Team Kuya needs this board to pair, or he might pay 30,000. Win could get a side pot. He's got a bet in the vicinity of Paulo's stack now. In case Paulo's drawing with a naked ace of diamonds. Of course, we know it's not naked, it's suited. It is fully dressed. Win bet here, flop the flush, got 2 callers. At least one of them is drawing. But what about the other? Someone have an ace and someone have a queen. How can he know he's already beat? He can't. I mean, Paulo's been flatting flops and turns, so this will be completely a surprise.
5-5 bet 6-7.
Sailor Man?
There we go, 5-5. This is enough for Paulo to just stick the whole thing in. Team Kuya is going to flat, of course. He's drawing a full house.
Oh my
So,
god.
600 more.
What the hell did I miss?
table reaction. Let's savor this, guys.
7-1. 1-6 more.
Let's enjoy the table reaction.
Okay.
Fold? 1-6 more.
That's so heavy here to me.
More.
How much more?
1-6 more.
1-6 more than I have to.
Only 1-6 more.
Okay. Just
Win
1-6 more.
probably knows he's beat.
Pay 3 players, 1 all
Team
in.
Kuya's hand is live.
Liver.
10 outs.
Ah.
Oh, no! No, Paulo. The board paired. Team Kuya was right. The 4s are magic tonight.
Check.
Pocket 4s cannot lose.
Kobe Bryant. 2-4.
Well, this is great for Win. He can call because it's only got a 1.99 plus. But Team Kuya's only bet 2,400. Why? You can bet 10,000.
2-4 is
This
a
is the
good
most
price
he's
to
gonna
see
make
your hand.
then.
We're friends, I don't want to hurt you.
Oh my goodness. Should have bet
That's why I
more.
bet 2-4.
Maybe Win has ace of diamonds.
You had nothing to do with that. But just 4 diamonds.
In Tagalog, sayang.
What?
2,400 only. Win has the horrible 1-card flush. Actually, not only did the board pair, it's the 4th diamond. Easy fold now. Because for sure he can't beat
Nakabaat
Paolo. For sure he cannot beat Paolo.
Two people as you
If he thinks he can beat Team Kuya, it's only 2-4.
Diyan mo ako pinatay. Diyan din kita papatayin.
Oh, Team Kuya's giving away his hand here. Because he lost about 20,000 when Wind had pocket fours. And he could have had sweet revenge, but he's only bet 2,400 here.
Okay, full. Nice. How many?
Full house.
Pin
Full
gets
house.
out.
How many?
Full house.
Nagdari din.
Ayop talaga yung porno. Ano din? Pag nung
Give me that full house. I want to bet 10,000 on it.
Oh, nice talaga.
And for Paolo, good fight.
Ano yung pag-flat ko
Is it good night? Not a good night so
Di
far.
kuya, kaya nga late lang naman.
He needs to do round.
A6.
To turn it around. Let's
Balikan
see.
na ako.
Paolo will be back
Kasi
or
kung
Flores will take his seat.
Wala
We're
na.
watching Masters live. $100 limit hold'em action live
Ganda
from
na
the
to.
Masters Poker Room
He
in
bet.
Malate, Manila. Game is as live as we can get.
Even he bet too much, I'm still for.
Parehas binigay niya.
And live what's on
Yung
the
4,
table.
sabi mo na 4 papatay.
Hindi, ang ganda nga nung ano eh, kung one card plus siya na mataas, kung nasa kanya yung alas,
Oh
pwede siya
my
kung
goodness.
Pwede.
Eh, nandun
Very
yun.
good, very good.
Paolo.
Very good.
He got all the way back to 10,000.
But me and him,
He got it all the way to tripled up
ahead of him
30K.
before the river. You hit the
Lost
river
in the river.
You hit the river. You hit the 2 in the river, right? Then you just on the head.
No, I did not say in the Philippines a lot. I'll say it in English.
Yeah, I know.
Was already money, but it
Have two
turned to
people have
stone.
Fold.
What a crazy
That's-
river. What a crazy flop.
250 total.
2 players with flushes.
Yaman lang.
One player with a set. Full house on the river.
Of course.
Kalma lang.
Enrico, how much?
And people complain about online poker. Look at this.
Enrico.
This is a live setup.
Hayop yung porno. Sipag talaga.
Kuya, umiikot na.
Made
I
for TV
also
hand
hit
right
the...
there.
Kaya na pag tumawag ako, pinakita ko 4 yung call.
And I see Kuya.
I also
Oh, he
hit
won
the
at least
network
20,000 in that hand. He might be back
no,
to even.
straight. That's the biggest
He's
straight.
playing
and you
about
have full house.
70.
Flush, straight, full house. Okay.
Yeah. No. I'm on
Flash also, flash.
On the flop also? Yeah.
On the flop din yun, no?
Oh, why is it so hard to fold?
Yeah, not on the
They
bottom.
bet
Yeah.
50.
Di kaya nga
Yeah,
hindi
they're
over.
telling Win why is that so hard
You
to
need
fold.
to take a cigarette. Calm down.
Very time on the river.
Very good hand, very good hand.
Oh,
Shada's topped up. He's playing 80.
oh my god.
No, Bob. I'm thinking
And
like...
Tinku is playing
if
70.
he has
Yeah, write this down, you know.
Then when I bet the 2-4 on the river, maybe you can overbet.
So
me.
anyway,
That's why I'm thinking.
both players have the same hand, but Ben has a flush draw to go
So
with
maybe
his.
if she overbet me, then I can go ahead. I can shove.
Ben is free rolling here.
No problem.
Mostly chops when a high card comes on the river, but he's got that flush draw to go with it. Cristado, that's why he played ace-6 off, maybe defending his big
I feel
blind.
like
He can
One
fold it.
score, one score.
Ben takes it down. Ben is an inch.
One card chop. Maybe you win.
You want to pick a way to play poker. You can watch Wind or you can watch Ben. Or watch them all.
Wow, wearing Okada jacket.
Yeah.
Wow.
Let's go. Okay. Dangerous.
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 I want a Bob Kim jacket.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This one?
No, with your face.
We are
on
not
Bob.
finished stacking chips from that hand, where 2 players flopped the flush and he flopped bottom set.
Professional thinker.
Me too.
By the river,
Drunker.
the board paired, the stern river went deuce, deuce, and he had himself a full house and scooped that pot.
4.
We are going to have a replacement player to replace the seat vacated by Paolo. Looks like somebody coming in for at least 10,000. That must be the minimum. And we'll get his name in a bit. Cristado clubs again. He's playing any suited hand with clubs tonight. Calls 50 in the small blind. It's an unraised pot. Kazuya just checked the option with
Good luck, my
2-3.
brother. Good luck.
Kirby open lip this. And now he's got
Really?
Yeah.
Nah.
baby flush
Ah,
draw,
can I
but
ask
nobody
where
else
you come
has
from,
anything.
my friend?
US, Hawaii.
Okay, why?
Yeah.
Kirby playing all his suited draws
We have
aggressively.
We have beer there, huh?
Here we
If
go.
you want to-
Player come in for
Your friend,
10,000.
your friend.
9 blue chips for 1,000.
Welcome drink,
And
welcome
2
drink.
stacks of orange, 500 a stack. So
Hawaii, Honolulu.
we'll get his name in a bit.
Waikiki.
Like, let me...
Thank you.
What's your name?
Steven.
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 Nice to meet you.
Welcome, drink. I'm Bob. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Joel, my friend.
Good luck today.
Thank you.
Oh, nice of Bob
Steven, yes.
Steven.
to welcome the player before he takes his
Steven or
money.
Stephen? Oh, Steven. Steven.
50, 100.
Kampai, kampai. Cheers. We can do this
Steven
kampai.
with a V.
Kampai, kampai.
He signals. And first order of business is to get the new guy drinking. He can't catch up on hands, but he can catch up on beers.
60 seconds. 1 minute.
So if you lose your time bank.
Kirby under the gun gives it up.
No, you can use
Hold
this.
it round.
If
Chris
you,
wasn't even seated.
if you
Off to win the unraced
spend over 60 seconds and you can...
unopened.
If you think in your card, maybe...
As he opens his beer, and he will open his pot.
No,
And
you
575
can
from the
use-
plus
you
3.
can use-
Kuya the
you can use
hijack.
mine.
No, if you
Clean off.
you cannot.
I cannot.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
can't
only
add
60
it.
seconds for you.
Let's see if
How
Steven
much?
plays his first hand.
575,
Players are
2
superstitious that way.
Dapat pala pagka kinulang lang, magbenta na kayo.
Always
dito.
player first
Ah,
hand.
magbenta niya
Exactly.
1,000, 1,000.
Player entire
Thinking
first
your
stack.
card, then
Well,
the
how
60
many-
seconds
Wait,
run out.
One only.
You can use your time bank here.
Only.
Because you're thinking, we're not thinking eh.
When you lose the
I have
only 3,
double
maybe we can
spot.
We don't have
reduce another 3.
No thinking is good thing. Thinking is good.
Oh, okay, so they can ask for unlimited time banks? What is that about?
Call 6.
Steven who jack deuce.
461, 462,
575, Kuya.
463, heads up.
So win versus Kuya again. The theme of the
Two
night.
Yeah, heads up.
Two most active players at the table. Chips gone back and forth. Team Kuya had a roller coaster.
Blind check.
Lost 30 early.
No,
Got it back
In
now.
the ground.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sitting on close to 70. He's playing 70.
2, 2, 5, 1, 2.
So Win got a call and it's 8, ace, 10. 2 clubs on the board. He's got the ace with a weak kicker. Team Kuya has a gut shot. And he's called 1,000.
Now you come to Philippines.
Almost a hit.
Blind
Now he's got second pair.
Okay, now. So you are a
If he
solo
liked
player.
King High, he's gonna like a pair of
So
queens.
you qualify
Team
to
Kuya wants it to go check,
Ah,
check.
again.
Yeah. No,
Now it's day 1B. What? Day 1?
K1B already, yeah.
Okay,
So
okay.
I play C.
Okay. Good luck to you. I hope you win. Really.
Straight.
Double draw now on the board.
Straight?
You're asking
How does
me.
Win play the weak
And I-
ace?
I'm telling you the okay. I'm check with the blind.
I think it went check, check. Because I saw Team Kuya tap the table with his knuckles. But I'm not sure. Yep, dealer just opened another card and Win is trying to get the showdown with his ace.
Check pa rin ako.
Ooh.
Team Kuya announcing check. He really wants to get the showdown cheap. Win can charge him here. Team Kuya has indicated he wants it to check down, so. Great Mike Cara said, figure out what your opponent wants you to do and then disappoint them.
Nice.
Well, Win couldn't fire a thin value
If
bet
you
there.
bet, I will
Gonna
go.
take it down anyway.
That's why I'm checking.
If you check raise, it's so hard for me to defend. So
Oh, yeah. I think
how
so.
can you fold
A more regular sized pot
How can you fold that?
as Win builds on his stack.
Like I'm thinking you have ace, like ace jack or ace something. So maybe if you bet, then I will fold.
I think Win topped up earlier. He's no longer just playing 10K. He might be playing 30.
You play a side event?
What do you mean?
Side event.
Yeah, I played couple. Yeah.
I can.
Yeah, main event.
Oh wow. Oh, good player.
Fold,
Okay.
Is it me or is it
Good
Steven
player.
trying to
I think
act
he's
like
like
he doesn't know how to
15%.
play the game? He's wearing a poker hat.
Sit
I think-
7.
Right?
Fold, sit 8.
Within 15%.
Fold, sit
Ah,
9.
it's too big. It's too big.
500.
500 total raise, sit 1.
Fish. Sato mixing
Wala
it
naman
up.
yung mga loko dito.
500 in the cutoff
Fold, sit 2.
with 6-5 off.
Fold, sit 3.
Blue is first 37,000 in one hand.
Fold, sit 4.
This is coming off the limp of wind. Hey, we saw wind. Call a gut shot with 10-8.
Heads up.
Gonna speculate with 10-7. Flop is 2 10s and a jack. Wind has got a check and hope Sato bets.
Jack, sit 7.
There's a check. Let's see if Sato has breaks.
300
He was
left.
relentlessly betting. Classic tag aggressive playbook. Very tight, but once he decides to play, he might play the whole
Fold,
stack.
sit 7.
This time he only bets 300.
Yeah.
Nice size bet for the paired board.
Pro.
Now it goes Jack, Jack, 10, 10.
Check, sit
Sato.
7. Check,
The
sit
bluff
4.
is available if you want it. He opts to pass. I think he surrendered. Safe to say he's got 3 pairs, which is nothing. If you got the smallest part of it. He only has 2 jacks, 2 10s, and a 6 kicker.
Sit 4.
Wind has a
Set, sit 7.
lesser
Fold,
full
sit
house
4.
than the one possible on the board. Sato cannot call.
Sit 1.
Saan sa
I'm
ulo
telling
ng
you,
blue?
Wind's hitting everything.
Bottom, sit 3.
Saan sa lalamunan?
He's even hitting the losing hands. Check it out. He drew a gut shot and he got it, but lost to full house. He played 9-4 of diamonds to a raise. Flopped a flush, lost to a full house. So it's not like he's missing. He is hitting. Flop trip jacks. Flop set of 4s. Flop trip 10s there. Wind is hitting a lot of hands tonight.
Yan ang mag-iusip.
Steven, meanwhile, hasn't played one.
Ang tapang ng, ano mo, lead mo.
Bob Kim,
Fold, sit 6.
one of the saner players at this table tonight.
Raise, 475 total, 6 7.
Wind giving a lot of action, as is Team Kuya.
Kulay pink yun, no?
These 2 players are the engine to this game so far.
Ginagamit namin orange, eh.
But if you had to name the drivers, it would be Ben and Kirby.
Ilan, ha?
Steven finally finds a hand that he wants to play. Flat calls behind Team Kuya. Ben's got great odds to set mine. Or he can reopen the betting, which could be dangerous. He's gonna try to squeeze here. If he gets wind out,
2 5, 75.
he might get the other 2 out, but odds of that are slim. But at the very least, Ben can build a pot and hope he spikes a 7.
Grabe.
If not, he still gets the button.
Ay, nako.
Kirby.
4.
Nasingot ko yata
Folds
yun.
his small blind, and Chris is going to look at an equally awful hand. Action back to Wind, who has no problem flatting 3 bets earlier. This time he folds because he knows Ben's got the goods.
I'm checking their hand.
First hand of the night,
You're looking at
Wind
me.
flatted
I'm looking at you.
a 4-bet from Ben, and it was aces. So now he just folds to this 3-bet. Team Kuya, Queen 10 suited. He's got 70,000. He's already up 375. But he was down in a 30K hole. So this is nothing for him.
Kaya pala ako, sorry.
It's a cheap ticket to a big thrill ride.
75 more.
Ay, sorry.
Steven, come along. He's not as deep.
Sorry. Alam ko, 2-5 lang.
Steven's got to call 2,100 to play his first hand tonight.
Fold, sit 9. 16.
Nice fold by Steven. So it's the 2 overs. But Ben has initiative and he has the button and he has the better hand. But don't look now, Team Kuya got his open ender. He's not going anywhere. So how many barrels can Ben fire because Team Kuya is certainly taking this first shot.
3-5,
For
75,
sure.
that's
Ben will have to bet twice. Maybe even 3 times.
How much?
3, 5, 7, 5. Pots almost 10,000. Team Kuya got exactly, well, not exactly, but nearly what he wanted. One club showing, but already the open ender. And he might believe his queen is alive out too.
58,
Check line.
line check.
No check raise from Team Kuya, just a call, and he turns the winning 10. More than ever, he's not going anywhere. Can Ben fire again? It's a 3-bet pot. Check to him a second time. We'll see if Ben's got the instincts. A lot of players keep barreling. But Ben has shown he's a different breed. What flats him pre and flats him on the flop? Every Broadway combo. And that board is smashed into that range. He can get an 8 and still think he's gonna get it straight.
357.
Bet
3-5?
3-5.
Ben, he can fire small to try to get the showdown here.
75, 53.
And if the river goes check, check, he's bet the same size bet. And I said this earlier at the beginning of the stream. Players who bet the same size on the next street normally means their hand did not improve.
3-5.
And you see it here now. Ben bets the exact same amount because his hand did not improve. He's just trying to get the showdown. And he didn't want to underbet because it would be sus. So he just bet the same amount. Uh-oh. Ben's got the idiot end of the straight now. And Team Kuya has the high end of it.
Sige, uli na ako, Kuya.
All in. 58.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Team Kuya makes it easy.
Wala ka na dyan.
Makes it easy for Ben, but how easy?
No, that's
See,
fine.
Ben can let
That
go
was the biggest part.
of the dummy end of a straight.
No.
Team Kuya not even thinking of a value bet.
15. 5-5.
Earlier
11,
under bet his full house. Now
22.
he's smashed into the
So
middle.
22 is 44. I call it 44. 16.
It's a
11,
move
right?
that gets paid when the entire board is straight, but that's not the case here. It's 4 to a straight.
Straight lang ako, Kuya.
71.
Wala queen.
Oh my goodness.
King ka?
Wow, Team Kuya is a genius because he got Ben to call this. Ben is felted. Ben just got stacked.
Hindi, open-ended kasi ako, Kuya. Hindi ko
Tama.
Wow.
Hindi ko matapos.
How does Ben call this? There are no flush
Hindi ko
draws on
matapos,
the flop.
open-ended kasi.
Professional.
He's beating a pair. He's beating 2 pairs. He thinks Team Kuya is bluffing with 2 pairs.
He has strength.
Pero kung wala
For
akong
what it's
sinamaan
worth,
sa flop,
Ben has turned a hot start
Yeah.
into a trip down to the felt.
Lumanda pa sa turn, no?
sa turn, lumabas sa turn eh. Ang dami kong
Lagay na
outs sa
kita
turn.
sa taas, sa ganun.
That started with 20, started
May kulang
hot,
pa eh.
and in that pot blew the whole stack.
Huh? Buri?
Thank
Buri?
you.
Yeah, 7-7, maybe 4. Maybe.
So, ang dami kong
Thought he was playing the sevens to a showdown, but he called 18,000 on the river. He did have the straight, and he was beating a lot of 2-pair combos.
You are ahead. Even you are ahead.
He was a re-raise pre-flop. He did it, right?
He was blocking chops because he already had 2 of the 7s.
Oh, he did. You're right.
So Team Kuya is now a big winner here. After starting with a nosedive,
Wow, his range is
now got close to 100K.
No, come back. I'm scared of these.
See, 4 stacks of blues, that's 80 right there. Each stack of the violets, 2,000, so 88. And whatever left he has to stack,
Joe, tumayo na laki dito.
easily over 90,000.
si Mommy. So,
Di ba sabi mo, patamahin ka niya? Tumama
Nice
talaga.
comeback from Team Kuya, who had a really rough start.
dito tulak ko, Kuya. Walang flash draw, straight draw lang.
Nice shove by Team Kuya. Who would have
Lalo
thought
kang hindi pinaniwalaan.
that would get called?
Kaya mong baraha eh. How much?
100,000 now.
You struggle, my friend.
He's up 30.
Sit 9 fold. 8 1 fold. 2 fold.
Kahit
Kuya's got to
malakas,
play any
kahit
two
malakas
cards
sa turn,
though.
tatawag ka pa
7 8
rin
of
lumakas ka
diamonds.
sa turn.
Di,
Richie
Kuya.
good.
Lumakas ka
Opens.
sa turn eh.
Mas
No, he
binasa ko
calls
na
the
siya dun sa
straddle.
ano. Kasi kung uunahin
I
niya yung
guess
ibet, baka
Wind
magdalawang
had
isip
straddled
ako
for
sa
200
Heads up.
So kung
and checks his
una
options.
ako ng
So
tubig, at least,
familiar
di na ako mag-iisip
rivalry
siya.
here
Binalik ko na sa
now
kanya yung
on this
table.
flop of 9 King Jack
Hindi
with
na ako
2 hearts.
mag-iisip.
Team Kuya has a gut shot to the low
Mahihirapan
end.
na ako, kuya, kung ako
And
mag-iisip.
Wind
Ikaw
has
si
6
Kuya.
high. Oh, now we see, we just heard why Team Kuya shoved that river. He did not want to get bluffed out because there were too many spades showing. What's there? 3 spades. Wind wins with 6 high. Well, we'll see Ben is going to top up or if we'll see a different player in seat 3 from here on in. You're watching Masters Live 5100 No Limit Hold'em action coming to you from the Masters Poker Room in Malate, Manila. This stream game happens every Thursday. It's an open invitation. You want to get in the game, just get in the room before 8 p.m. Game starts at 8 p.m. Plays till midnight. Open seats to anyone willing to buy in and get streamed. Only rule is you can only cash out at the end of the session, midnight. So if you're winning and you want to cash out, you gotta play till midnight. But if you get felted, you're free to leave your seat and give it to someone else. Oh, we lost our table sound, but I hope I'm still live. As Bob Kim 3-bets Kazuya's opener. Kazuya had opened with Queen Jack of Hearts. Kazuya not really getting anything. He's bought in for 10,000, opened a few pots, and gave up almost immediately. This is first time he's getting in deep. Flops a jack to go with the 2 nines on the board. Bob Kim just puts them all in. 3,400. Kazuya has 62. Kazuya has top pair, but he's losing to all the overpairs. Does Bob Kim have a 9 or the overpairs? Flatted a 3-bet with Queen Jack. Now he flops a jack. Can he give it up with 62 bigs? You know, they say if you play it and you flop it and then you fold it, why play it at all? I guess he was hoping more for 9-10 of hearts on the flop. This jack he feels is not good. Bob Kim hasn't been out of line. Made 1 hero call. And it was the correct call earlier.
Hindi ko tuloy na-enjoy yung yosi
Pretty big
ko.
hero call.
Dalawang hits
Kazuya
lang ako.
knows his beat.
Masakit, pare, walang biro, masakit.
Discipline.
Secret!
He's playing really tight. Bob Kim.
Pocket?
Did he show?
Nag-away nga kami ng misis ko eh. Di ba pagkasiyar niya,
You have
hindi
jack
yan
fold?
eh.
Ah, very tight, very tight.
Nag-spray talaga yan.
Very tight, very
Lysol.
tight. Why?
Sabi ko,
Why very
pag
tight?
naligo ka, pag ako susunod, huwag ka na mag-Lysol, ako na lang
No, thank you.
Lysol, dapat ako
Oh,
mag-CR.
good for me.
You are out 10 queen king.
I don't know, I don't know. Jack fold? Are you sure
grabe.
you fold ace jack?
No ace jack.
King jack?
Queen jack.
Queen jack? Why
Kaya
you
nga,
call my
lumabas
favorite?
nga ako. Masakit,
I
sobrang
can't believe
Oh, no
Kazuya
respect. Queen jack's not fold.
flopped top pair never and folded it.
Right? Oh, queen jack, if you have queen jack against me.
You 3-bet? I worry.
Ah, snap corn, snap corn.
Snap fourth.
Snap corn.
Bob Kim's been playing solid hands.
Good hand, good hand.
Ready,
Ready.
good.
Later check.
Oh, later check, later check.
Later check.
Oh, check.
Even
Yeah,
still,
the king of queen.
Oh,
can't get in the flop.
To me.
He tried earlier with King Jack of Hearts. Didn't get there.
Queen black me.
Ah, yeah.
Sorry.
Right. Right.
2,100. 3, 4,
Wrong
5,
color.
fold.
Have fun, have fun.
6, 7 fold.
So we see
Ako na
Ben
lang.
is topped up
Yes, sir,
for
heads up.
20K.
Sa Baccarat, hirit mo eh.
2,100, sir. 2-1. 8 fold.
And Ben is raised to
Matawa ka sa
2,100
Hirit pa
over
yan.
really nothing in the pot.
Ay,
So Ben's
Silip ka sa
playing
baba, kuya?
40.
Small big
Down
Silip ka sa
20.
baba? Hindi naman.
Ano na?
Talo ka sa baba?
Wynn's playing 40.
Mupo pa na
Down about 15, I guess.
Yung Koreano.
Kuya
Ah,
playing
si
70
Kama
up
nga pala,
30.
nga pala.
Doon ako nakuhanan.
Leave me.
Paula's come and gone in seat 9 for
Yung spin
10,000.
ka, kuya. Abutan ko
Kuya
yun.
down 4,000 in seat 2.
That's a two thing.
King Queen or King 10?
Sada playing 80, down about 40 as well.
Hey, Bob. Yay, kampay ini,
Kampay.
kampay.
Cheers.
Cheers, Steven.
Cheers.
Steven.
I'm so drunk.
First off, sir. 100.
We're here just to have fun, ha, Steven.
6, 2 fold. 3 fold.
We're our last friends, but
彼とあんま売ったことない。
All the
if we
money
play
goes
poker,
to you.
we're just playing like
54
箱になんかいろん
fold.
なとこで売ってるって聞くんですけ
You
ど。
called?
Yes, sir. 100.
買ってる
キング
聞いてる。キングキング
Just hasn't really found a hand to play with.
Kings. Ace king or king queen or king.
We've gotten
combo.
three bets by Wynn.
Three combo.
Okay.
Okay.
King, 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 queen. Okay.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Okay, okay,
King
okay.
queen suited.
King, queen.
the option siya, option.
No king 10. No
King
king
10
jack.
natin.
No king jack. No king 10.
What is going on here?
Oh,
Just
first
a
of all,
limp by
kalimutan
turn.
niya
No
ate.
one else had
Yeah.
anything to play with.
Right?
So Steven gets to
Kalimutan na
finally
option.
see a flop with 5-3 offsuit, and that's all he sees. Kirby's got bottom pair. Steven, we'll see if he has any interest at all. This is unraised.
6, 4 bet. 200.
Kirby gonna take this down for 200.
Big
No
pot.
pair, no
Big
draw.
pot.
Wow.
Big winner.
Good luck.
Kirby's playing 30, has close to 50.
Hindi ako muna.
Small big blind, please.
From? Where are you from? I know. Where?
日本のどこか。
Tokyo.
Tokyo.
Korean, right? Korean, Bob. Korean.
No.
Japanese.
Chinese.
Chinese.
Ah, Chinese. Oh.
China, not Chicago.
I have a bloodline of Chinese, but my grandparents live here in Philippines. My uncle.
So you are the third generation.
Yeah, third generation.
That's why you can speak Tagalog and English. Can you speak
First off, sir.
Chinese?
100.
No. Not at all.
Ace 300. 6, 2.
Oh, 我可以讲华语。
Kazuya gonna try again.
No, joke.
You jack off.
I
No,
only
Bob,
got
Bob.
one sentence.
Oh,
there
Bob,
you
how
go.
know how to speak Chinese?
No, I don't know.
That's Mandarin, right?
I don't know.
Yeah, Mandarin. Yeah, you just said Mandarin. And very standard.
And just calling.
No.
The pronunciation is very good.
Only I learned one sentence like that.
I think Kirby should call. I don't think he should call. I think he should raise.
Bluffer.
And he thinks so too.
4 reach. 3 days. 2,000.
Nice move by Kirby.
I really not.
5, 6
Single
fold.
ball.
Once again, he's seen that Kazuya cannot seem to take much pressure, so why not keep pressuring him?
You just do something bad while we're talking. You didn't notice it. I didn't know what happened.
Chris really cannot call Jack 9. He's already folded. You can see that.
My
It's gonna
ancestors
go
like my
all the way around.
grandmother is pure Chinese.
Even Win folds.
Then,
2 fold.
Kazuya
she married a
folds
Filipina.
and Ben is going
And
to
my
fold.
mom is
3
half
fold. No
Chinese.
color.
Okay, you know how I know? Because he bet with the
Your
small
generation,
chips.
like,
A quarter of Chinese.
Yeah, quarter of Chinese. But we never learned how to speak Chinese.
Because you didn't
No.
talk to your grandfather.
No, the table talk.
Place, I got
I'm gonna take a
49,
water break.
C2.
I saw so many
Player
Chinese,
straddle.
Filipino,
C3.
Korea,
Filipino,
Filipino, Spain, Filipino, American,
yeah.
Filipino, so many.
So many.
Then we can speak in so many languages.
Language.
And for example, French, Spain,
Mm.
English, Tagalog.
First after 200
I mean,
straddle.
I can speak like
4
Latin.
fold.
Right?
Spanish word. I think
400.
Spanish.
Seat 5 race, 400.
Hola, gracias.
Loshel.
Two
Uno,
Gracias,
dos,
mi
tres,
señores.
cuatro.
Yes, uno, dos, tres, cuatro.
I learned how to speak
Visayas feel like
Spanish,
Oh.
Spanish and a little bit French. Like,
French. Only know.
Bonjour.
Bonjour.
Bonjour, bonjour.
Only know that.
Bonjour.
I don't know, only
Anyway, just learn French. Like maybe I can speak. I learned like a little bit. Just a little bit.
Maybe it's easier for you to learn a new language.
Yeah.
You still have.
Fold, two
But-
fold.
But I like speaking like Mandarin, like my mom speaks. Like we didn't know how to speak.
Seat 3 call.
Oh.
Yeah. And my older sister knows how to speak Mandarin.
Oh.
Us, the lower.
First after. Seat
No.
I check.
You just don't have
It's
the
always
time.
fine.
check.
Even you learn, you don't have someone to
Chuck.
talk to in
Five
Mandarin, then you just lose it.
Yeah.
You know what? It's so hard for Chinese children to learn how to speak English here.
Seat 9 check.
The parents even spend so
Many
great money
money
to put them
to learn how to speak English, right?
No, I'm not. I'm just come here and then.
No, my friend, maybe you can learn how to speak Tagalog.
Seat
Yeah.
3 bet,
I try, you know.
1,200.
But you know, it's so hard for me because all the Filipinos.
1,000.
You know you can speak English. He just talk to you in English.
And while they
You
chatter,
only know some simple words.
Ben has turned top pair and is going to try to
yeah,
take
yeah.
this spot
Hindi ko
down
alam.
before he loses it to Steven.
How to speak Tagalog?
Only the second flop Steven's played.
Sometimes, right? Maybe if you
No upside for
like
Chris.
staying here for long.
Started with a good hand,
maybe you can learn
all
how
the way to the
speak
turn with
Tagalog.
nothing.
Yeah,
Steven's got
simple
Yeah,
words.
Chris.
lang.
overcard
I just
and not
set up
flush
an
draw.
aim and go
Lots of
for me.
cans.
And then
I don't
if
see him
stay
saying
here for
no.
more than 3 years, I will just try to learn Tagalog.
Yeah.
Just
Good
like
what to
system,
call.
you know? And
Yeah.
as a teacher, I learned
I
how
learned
to
Some
how to
implied
do, how
odds.
to order
We can
food,
extract
yeah,
it.
just like that.
Kapay.
I mean, for Ben to pay him off, it's got to be a
That's the
five of
reality
diamonds,
of life,
right?
eh.
Really?
When you're in the
I
Philippines,
don't see how you can say no.
you should learn how to speak Tagalog talaga.
Yeah.
That's
So-
You know what?
Usoski.
It will be a more...
Uso.
Yeah.
If I know Tagalog, and then I wear a hat and then I pretend
I feel
I'm a
if you
Filipino.
have queens or aces or whatever,
Complete
Yeah,
miss.
yeah.
well forward, right?
That's
So,
true.
Time for Ben to check and
Whatever,
induce a bluff.
I thought you called. Flush draw while straight draw or
Line
while
here is-
top pair or over pair.
Check
like
call.
this.
tayo.
I think-
call.
yeah,
Bet
so I
fold.
think it's check.
What's it gonna be? It's gonna be a small bet fold line. If Steven can see through this, he can pop it.
1,000%.
Bibili ko na nga eh. Tatabi ko na nga eh.
Maybe Steven's stack not deep enough to make a move here.
Seat 3.
Bigay mo na lang. In order ko, bigay mo kay Buntis. Uwi niya
We'll
yun.
see. Steven hasn't shown his arsenal yet. Only the second hand he's really played post flop.
Naglilipay siya.
Was pretty tight pre-flop
Ilan ba na
from
ba yan,
the
Lapor?
couple of orbits we've seen.
Ang laki mo magbuntis na, no?
Also came in for only 100 bigs.
Okay, I have to think. I have to think.
2,100.
Buti lang hindi ka nahihirapan la. Hindi ka nahihirapan.
He's beating misdraws. That's
Kailangan
about
mo
it.
kumilos kasi kaysa naman mahirap naman pag manasin ka. Mahirap.
The fold for Steven. And Ben's gonna nickel and dime his way back to even. But it's still quite a ways away. He's playing 40K.
He have nothing.
How many years
maybe
staying
he have
here,
like
my friend?
he have nothing. He will fold and then he have
year or
something. I
something?
thought he
I
called.
came here
I'm not
Whoa.
imagining he pulled jack
Wow.
jack something.
That's pandemic. That's pandemic
If I imagine that, I bet more.
20 years? 2020?
Checking in on the chat. Shout out
Wala
to
pandemic.
people who joined the stream. Their prime.
The
Christian.
coronavirus, like the year, like
James,
coronavirus,
Edward,
started
Guzman,
like
and
2020,
Jeff
2021.
Franco. Welcome to the stream. You're watching Masters Live 5100 No Limit Hold'em action coming to you live from the
2 years?
Masters Poker Room in Malate, Manila. This is Coach Ron calling the game for you on behalf of our regular
Okay.
anchor, Noel Zarate, who is AWOL, making money somewhere else.
You managed to stay here like 2 years and a half. Like you're doing here like business or something.
No, I'm a student.
Ooh, nice one.
Save only.
Bob Kim races to 400. How many times have I said he's never been out of line? And if the table's been paying attention, they need to respect his raises. Fish Sato, 3-bet with 9-7 of clubs.
64x, right?
Remember, Bob Kim took 37,000 from him in a 3-bet pot
Bobby,
earlier tonight.
I cannot fold this hand.
Bob
Okay.
cannot fold. He's at least going to call, which means
Oh.
Bob is out of position in a 3-bet pot.
Fly check, fly check.
Fish Sato has shown no breaks earlier,
Pinaglilihan mo la.
and now he's flopped
Ano
a
pinaglilihan
flush
mo?
draw.
1,000.
Kape, pangit yan.
Only
May-
1,000. Reasonable bet,
Wala ka pinaglilihan
given the big
pagkain.
cards on the board, and he's going to take this one down.
Finally,
Finally wins the hand. First pot for Fish Sato.
Kumain.
what the hell?
Playing 80 down 38.
3 over.
Naon yan. Kami-kami lang naman.
I call?
Ako nakakabahan.
Jack 10, I call.
Yeah.
Ako hindi kinakabahan.
Bob Kim. Small rebate.
I know. I see. 9-9.
Just not bad.
9-9.
Pocket 10 he folds, but Queen 7 he calls.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was the hand. Queen 7.
Okay.
37,000
Okay.
for Fish Sato.
Magic word.
When he turned a top pair with flush draw hand. And Fish Sato bet 22,000 on a river with air. And Bob Kim
here.
snap called. Did not even spend half a second. Insta call, 1-chip call. Well, Bob Kim just completely did a 180 here. Now is raised 7 deuce offsuit. After being solid all night, mixing it up here, gets 3-bet for his trouble. Team Kuya with a really loose 3-bet. And Steven just wants to see flops. Something about seat 9. The players who sit there just can't seem to get anything done. Kazuya wakes up with aces.
Oh, full bet.
Well, everybody run because this is one of the tightest players on the table, and they all know it. Playing 10,000, and
Why 5-4?
the guy folds top pair to single bet on the flop. Now he's 4-betting 500.
Very tight.
No, that's only.
Team
Why
Kuya
5-4? I only bet
knows he's absolutely behind.
How much do you have, my friend? How much?
10,000.
It's
Oh,
not enough for
yeah.
Team Kuya to be interested.
Mga 5-2. 5-1, kuya. 5-1.
Balancing.
5-4.
Team Kuya. Let's see if he just wants to
5-5
gamble
ba?
here. Pure gamble.
He doesn't look happy.
Pure
No.
and complete gamble if he does it.
You win.
So
I
you-
jam,
so
I
you
jam.
2-7. Ay,
Kazuya gonna show
I
one
jam.
ace.
Healing, kuya.
Wala, awit.
Di, may maliit.
Papatama ka.
Uy, ang hirap. Yung tumawa. Sure.
Kung bakit mo yun?
Kuya, kung 4 yung
Welcome to chat, James Rojas and James Edward de Guzman. Kazuya is Japanese.
Parang all
Two Japanese players at this table. Seat 1, Fish Sato, a businessman from Japan, and seat 2, you just saw him, Kazuya, who had the aces, followed by a couple of local
There have small set.
players. Ben in seat 3, Kirby in seat 4, and then Chris, a vlogger from the USA, in seat 5.
No, you have no beer?
Bob Kim,
Oh.
trader
I'll
from
get it.
Korea, in seat 6.
Ah,
Chinese player Wind
thank you.
in seat 7, and then 2 local players once again. Team Kuya in seat 8, and Steven in seat 9.
How much? 200. 200.
Call 250.
Yes, 200. Ah.
Family pot.
Yes.
I
Steven Team
only-
Kuya. Like.
Is calling 200. Wind opening loosely, and Kazuya's feeling it. Gonna do a heat check with his 5-4.
Emily.
But Kirby's gonna shut this
We're
down.
related.
Oh, yeah, very
Kirby has been flawless
We're
tonight.
family.
Flawless
We're
pre-flop.
family.
Flawless post-flop.
Oh, what the hell did I do?
And he's rightly squeezed this.
Why?
I think the reason is that Bob Kim had straddled,
Supot
and
ang
that's
supot.
why all this has begun.
Everything.
Bob Kim gonna fold his unsuited ace-10, and this should be all the way down back to Ben,
Total.
who should be respecting this move from Kirby.
Rainbow.
Ben's in the dealer button if he wants to flat
The
this.
tightest player on the table. Even tighter than him.
No.
Who is tighter?
What? Queen 7 call?
Position.
Position.
What position would you
Ina,
call?
nasa lalamunan ka pa rin yung Lyson, hayop.
I check, I think. Cut off.
No, I don't-
Can call, right?
Even in button, I wouldn't call that. Like,
Queen
I'll
7 stupid.
suit it.
No.
I
Well,
have
Chris,
my-
that's why they have the chips.
In my range, hold.
Queen 7.
In my range.
Calling has been favorable tonight for the players who are giving the action.
Okay, right?
Ha?
The biggest spots have been on some of the loosest calls.
Bigyan ka tong Yushi.
Biggest spot of the night,
You're deep.
Tapos ang tama mo.
You have 50k, I have 40.
they might have been 40,000. Bob Kim won it with Queen 7. Another big pot, won
Yes.
when 9-4 of diamonds flopped the flush and lost. Back to the action. Ben has ace king suited in the cutoff. Folded to him.
3 raise, 1,200.
Kirby in the dealer button with a nothing little Broadway hand. Ben has upped the raising size. Maybe it's been straddled.
No. Okay.
We'll wait to see.
That's ridiculous amount.
If it's straddled,
I
then
don't have
wind is the
position.
straddler.
If I had position and I was Bob, I would call this, but I can't.
Why?
I'm rock.
That's your hand now.
I'm very tight.
Oh my god.
But we cannot call. Ben's going to take this down. They're still giving Bob, teasing Bob for calling Queen 7 of clubs in a 3-bet pot,
I'm very tired.
which was against Fish Sato. But that's the pot he won 37,000 in.
Before I don't have.
Shout out to
I don't have value.
superstar Monching Agustin. Super Monching.
Today I don't have money.
Yeah. I'm not
Welcome to the stream. Hope to see you on the game someday.
Nasa harap naman, Kuya. Wala sa likod.
This is Masters Live 5100 Hold'em.
My best hand today was a pocket sixes in the beginning.
Streams until
Folded because 3-bet.
12:30.
Yeah.
The game ends at doesn't end at midnight. Stream ends at midnight, but the players can keep on playing after.
Mine was ace queen or card.
Which you folded, right?
No, I didn't throw. I bet 20,000.
And if you're near Masters, I think you should drive over
And because the flop took
and wait for a seat.
yours.
Bibigyan mo ang cards, ha?
Okay po.
Big winner so far tonight is Team Kuya, up 30,000, and Kirby
I have experience.
up about 30,000 as well.
Wow, as well.
Full.
Four?
Full.
Okay.
4 hours.
You win.
Bob Kim
Full card. 4 hours. Full. And then.
was up and
after
down,
that, I got
now
a
only
set.
up
No,
about
I got a set.
5,000.
Set, I take it over. 4 hour, no hand. Full. And finally, I have.
Steven is the newest player on the table, replacing
It's very bad call. And then I
player
set.
who'd busted from seat
Ay,
9.
wait.
Okay,
Very
just
good.
tell us the point. How much you won that night?
Team Kuya's AFK, but they're gonna wait for him.
Sorry.
No, not tonight. I mean that night. You said 4 hours.
The night, I think 40 plus.
Oh, not bad.
Just
Well,
one.
you don't see Steven's
Yeah, just
hand.
one hand.
He is in the +1. Played very tight. Has not raised, but once.
Seat 9 fold. Seat 1 raise, 400. Seat 2 fold.
Shadow comes in for 400 with a pocket ace. Kirby likes playing with these suited hands, and so far tonight he's flopped well with them and played aggressively. and never really had to hit a flush. He's won pots just on his aggression.
Raise 1,200.
Wind is 3-betting to 1,200. Let's see how Fishado likes to play his pocket eights. With effective stack
Seat 1 call 1.
against wind of 250 bigs.
Seat 4 call.
Fish is going to flat this. Kirby flats along. We're going to see a flop. Wind is in the lead. Has initiative, sorry. But Fish is in the lead with the 2 eights. But I'm psychic. Wind is actually in the lead on the flop with an ace. No diamonds in sight. We'll see if Kirby's got a float bet in him. But action right now, first to act here is Wind, who was the pre-flop 3-better.
1,200.
Ace is looking mighty. Fishado 1 and done. Will not even float with second pair. For Kirby, you know, Wind's range is super wide pre-flop, but we have seen that he does not lie post-flop. He even tells players what he has. Well, Wind can float one or pop it right here. He's got a really good image so far tonight. It's 48.50 in the middle. He pops it and gets called. He has to fire again on the turn. This could be a huge pot.
10 seconds.
If you want to play a huge pot with Queen High.
Seat 4 raise.
Kirby's going to try a stunt here.
4,500.
A bit unusual on this rainbow board. Unless Kirby flopped another set. Remember, Kirby was just flatting along. He did not re-raise. He flatted and reflatted. If Wind's thinking of his ranges, they're mostly speculative cards and not big cards. Pocket fours, pocket fives are in that range. 6 sevens in that range. A lot of suited aces in that range.
4,500 total.
And Wind cannot fold yet. So it's going to be exciting. Kirby has to bet big on the turn to keep this going. Turn is a 9, has nothing to do with Kirby's hand, but it gives Wind aces up
Seat 7 check.
for what could be the easiest check raise of the night if Kirby wants to fire. And Kirby has been firing 2/3 of the pot with or without. He might blow 8,000 here.
8,000.
It is 8,000. A Win with the acting job. This is I mean, every time he's had a good hand, he's acted like he doesn't. Like he's got a problem. Let's see if Kirby picks this up. But it's very consistent that he starts to talk and fidget a lot when he has a great hand. Well, Kirby's gonna know because he's gonna get check raised.
What impressive you have?
20 in the pot. Win has no option but to check shove here. Unless he thinks Kirby's gonna fire a third barrel.
You three bet, Nico. You have the advantage.
Okay, cool.
Wow, this is so
Fucking ace.
evil. Win trying to get that third barrel out of Kirby because Kirby's gonna blank out.
Four.
Let's see if Win can check. It's going to whiff.
That's impossible. Pocket 4.
Dangerous four.
Seat 4, all
Oh
in.
my goodness, Kirby.
Again.
Balls of steel. Can I say that? Queen high, hopeless hand. He's seen Win call twice on a board that has no draws. He's really just trying to blow him off the ace. He's repping pocket fives. That's what he wants Kirby to believe. For ace four. And this is why Win should have check shoved the turn, because if he folds here, it's a disaster. He missed his opportunity to get it in. Now he could get bluffed off the hand. What a move by Kirby. Could be the biggest spot of Kirby's relatively. I mean, it's an empty night in terms of hitting the board. Kirby hasn't really hit anything all night. He's just taking pots just like this. Just from aggression. You gotta respect Kirby committing with his third barrel, but at the same time, isn't this what Wind wanted? When he smooth calls the turn. Well, on the turn he was acting. Now he looks like he's not acting anymore. He's actually twisted up here. How can he fold though? He's already called half his stack. His hand improved on the turn. Yeah, he didn't go with it. Now he gets bluffed out. Nice. Amazing play by Kirby. Amazing that it worked against Wind. What commitment to the bluff.
Maybe it's 2-3.
I don't even know what the play of the night is anymore, but that's one of them. Look out. Kirby didn't come to make hands. He came to make chips. Make stacks. He made a stack out of nothing. Nothing.
Malamang to, pair niya Kuya tao. Payong, ramdam ko payong ko Kuya basit Kuya.
So, Team Kuya thinks Kirby was sitting on jacks for a set.
Wala, tatawagan ka niya.
Very aggressive. Scary.
They have no idea what just happened, but they're gonna see it later. Wind's gonna feel sick if someone shows him the stream. I'm sorry.
Can raise 6-7.
That's what you do with position. Wind missed the turn. I mean, he missed the turn shove.
If you raise on 6-7, it's okay. 4-5, 4-5. You can raise, but
well, Gio,
you can find a fold.
if that's not the play of the night, maybe it's coming up. But that's definitely, for me, the biggest move that succeeded, and for Kirby, true to form. He's built his stack with nothing, with missed draws that he played aggressively, and this one wasn't even a draw. It was a pure float. He raced the flop, followed up on the turn, and shoved on the river with queen high, using only position.
Don't think about like one hand.
Remember the name and remember the face. You see him on your table. Maybe you want to change tables.
Aces.
Unless you want to call down your whole stack.
You have 4-5, ace-5, or ace-4.
Woo, back to the action. Fish Sato once again with a suited wheel hand. Clubs. I'm telling you, every time Fish Sato's opened, it's been clubs. A slew of callers. Team Kuya's hit the 9. Wind has clubs. Nothing much else.
That's 1, 2.
I want to say that.
Fold 6-1.
Fistada has runner.
Fold 5.
No?
Everybody out.
You're too scary. You're too scary.
Kuya wins a nice little pot.
One card. Nine.
Oh, so very
One card,
amazing.
9.
Apologize for saying balls of steel. I'm not sure I can say that.
I believe you.
Of ace 5.
Welcome to chat, Alfredo Talana Jr. You're watching Masters
Too
live.
dangerous.
5100.
Gonna break this one.
Sila.
No limit hold'em action.
Hop point, wakalimata.
That's action with a capital A. You can scrub your player all the way back to the first hand. It was action from the get-go. When Ben 4-bet aces and Win flatted with King Queen off, and it was all action
No,
from
deal pa
there.
rin, deal pa rin. Kahit wala, kahit
Deal
wala.
pa rin?
Deal pa rin.
That's okay, deal.
Deal pa rin.
Okay.
Stone cold bluff, still reeling. That is a scary dude. Kazuya with King Queen of Hearts, gonna try again. He's been trying all night. Only got it going when he had aces, but otherwise he's been raising and blown off the pots. Win is not topped up yet. He's down to about 4,000, unless he owns the blue chips over there. He might have 9,000. I think he had 11. So Win's gonna call with 5 deuce offsuit on the button. Team Kuya comes along with 6-4 of clubs. And nobody is surprised. Here we go to the flop. 2 clubs. Team Kuya has gotten what he wanted, but so has Kazuya. This is gonna get bloody. Win can step aside because this is gonna be a bet and a call or a bet and a raise. Kazuya, let's see if he plays tight aggressive or tight passive here.
250 only.
He's raised with King Queen, now has top pair on a wet board. You gotta price the draws out, but he's not going to. Very dangerous coordinated wet board. He has no clubs. Here comes the turn. It's a 4, and Team Kuya is married to this hand right now. Kazuya has the best of it. At some point, you want to raise, sir. And there we go. Team Kuya fires a blockerish kind of bet. Small raise to 1,200. Team Kuya is going to go for it. Got a pair and a flush draw against top pair. Now 2 pairs for both, but Team Kuya has the worst of it. Missed the club draw. He can bluff here now big time. He's done it before, but he's also shoved all in with the nuts.
My friend.
Well, what you do when you miss? Team Kuya's gonna fire blocker 1,000. Should be easy call for Kazuya. And finally, he gets a medium-sized
Flush
pot.
draw eh. Flush.
Flush draw, queen.
Wow, that's like the tamest hand
Kazuya.
I've seen today.
Playing 10,000.
Finally
Finally
Everything
up.
else was like, oh, like what?
Pangatay pala yun.
That was like
Nag-flower,
normal
no?
poker,
Kasarali, di tataya.
Relax one.
Yeah.
Mayaman.
Steven just quietly still looking for a spot. Playing 10,000. Maybe called off too. Trying to see flops. Ben was up and down.
Ano nakuha ko, di ba?
Playing 40, but is recovered to about 25. Maybe 22. Talk about up and down, that's win.
Like how?
Would have had the biggest spot of the night, but could not call. Kirby's the big winner so far. Playing 30,000, looks like he has about, I don't know, 70.
Raise 300, 6, 7.
How much?
300.
Bob Kim now starting to be more out of line.
But my friend wants it.
Opening wider,
1, 3.
this time with the Breakfast of Champions, a naked 69
It's
from the hijack.
Huh?
Yun na, tumitigas na ako dito.
I mean, it's a bit hot.
Steven's got ace 10. It's a squeezing hand, but Team Kuya has already 3-betted
Fold 6, 9.
with King 6 offsuit on the button. Bob King gives it up. Team Kuya's gonna show a king, maybe. Show the king.
Open! Open!
You're not man.
What's that? I didn't see.
Same card.
Same card? Same range?
You're not man. You're man.
Position tayo. Very professional.
Same card, same
No, nagulat siya pare. No honest man here. No honest man here.
Honest, I'm honest.
Eh, wala eh. Sorry, Joseph. Suited naman ako eh.
Wow.
Pwede bayaran.
You have to do it.
I'm suited.
no,
I'm
he wasn't suited.
suited.
30 minutes later.
If I see it like
Travel.
Of course, none of the players have their
Yeah,
mobile
suited.
devices.
Fold 6 5. Fold 6 6.
Bob Kim takes a break. Wind is part of his
Fold
range.
6 7.
Go on, Ray.
Calls a straddle. So this means that
Uy. Ang good.
Ben has straddled for 200. Wind has started a call, and Team Kuya calls behind. For Steven, should be easy call behind,
Maganda-ganda yung ginagawa.
but he might prefer raising.
Fold 6 9.
Nope,
Home sim ka sa akin,
he does not. Kazuya playing counter to the table tendencies. He folds 10-7. Ben checks his straddle 9-5. He flops middle pair, so does Wind. Team Kuya's got nothing,
Huwag mong kunin yung pinagbabaran.
and Steven has less than that.
Diyan malapit eh.
Check.
Check 6 9.
So Ben is in the lead, but likely chopping no more. Middle bottom, 2 pairs for Ben. Wind still has just the 9, but has picked up a flush draw. He might come along for 1 bet.
800 6
As for the other 2 gentlemen, we think they are done with his hand. They better be.
Pero sangat mo lang ng konti, guys. Tangina, yung sipon
Win
mo,
once
wala na,
again.
ayaw na tumigil. Di, angat mo lang ba? Di, angat lang. Okay na.
Down to 11K.
Pero iwanan yung chips ha.
8,600.
Kuya, massive ka rin,
To
kuya.
draw flush
Hindi naman
Almost
balik.
3-1.
Lamang ka eh.
on his money.
Call 800.
Fold 7.
800, my bad. Look like 6. It's 800. Well, he was buying a diamond. Team Kuya is still in the hand. Really, nothing good for him here. No gut shots.
Tubig na rin.
Hitting a king, no good. Well, why is he going to call here? Same for Steven. No pair, no draw.
Tides, wait lang. Love na mga Tides.
Okay, Team Kuya, let's go. Steven gonna let this go. I hope. And so we've got 2 pairs versus a pair and a flush draw. I think an ace chops this. Nope, it's a 4 and not a diamond. Wind is stuck with middle pair, no kicker. And Ben still has 2 pairs. They try to go to Value Town here. He got called. It could be a draw, it could be an ace. Ben's gonna check, and Wind will not bluff. Gonna take his 9 to a showdown. Ben's gonna show the better 9 with 2 pairs.
Sabi ng kapatid ko, doktor, huwag kakakain ng buto ng...
Ben is grinding it back up,
Hindi natutunaw, matatambak sa...
I bet maybe
but
he would
still,
just raise.
Maybe call.
that's quite a hill to climb.
Masyado na madami.
If he hit the diamond, then I bet he.
Just,
hit
if
it,
you
cannot.
hit something just
Yeah.
that big, it's okay. Over. Then he calls.
Cannot. Didn't hit anything.
Ito yung
If he hit diamond, of course, I bet. Like one.
Shout out to Ann C. Alvarillo and good luck, Sir Kirby.
You don't know what you.
Okay.
What story you talking about? That.
May yung talong, kamatis, yun mga sinabi niya.
Just found out Steven is actually from the USA.
Face 300 6 5.
They were speaking to him in Filipino when he got to the table, so
You raise 1 2 6 7.
we don't know. But he has been really quiet.
You know how that?
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. Cheers.
Too many here.
That guy.
So for Steven, this is not even $200 for the buy-in. Chris finally gonna try again with King 9 off from the +1. He hasn't really had a chance to play anything.
Tomini.
Probably see the least action here. Win is 3-bet him. It's gonna shut him out of this hand. Chris hasn't gotten anything going.
Less than 10K.
Chris came in for 30,000.
Yes.
Looks like he's sitting on about 10.
If I call this,
Sorry.
if I raise this, you're gonna go all in, and that's
Maybe 16.
That's just really uncomfortable. I have something good, but
Yeah.
You raise, it can,
Yeah.
it's okay.
Yeah,
You
it's
call,
okay, it's okay.
10% chance you're gonna win, but I can't. I can't.
No matter what happens, new friends,
Chris
okay?
says he has something good. It's only good for a
I raise,
song.
you go all in.
He lets
Like,
the
you're
dogs
supposed to,
out
that
there.
doesn't make sense.
No, he's not sure stack.
Yeah, he's like 10K.
No, it's not good.
That's like 100 blinds. That's,
Once again, Chris can't seem to
Yeah, you got it right.
get
I
it
got
going.
10K.
Keeps turning the ignition.
that's short.
The engine won't start.
What you have?
Like 15, 20.
I don't know what you have.
King something.
King something. What you have? Ace
King-
something.
King 10.
King 10?
Yeah, King 10.
You said King 10.
Yeah.
Win never lies.
Bluff time.
No, it's not a bluff.
What
it's
did you
like-
have?
Me?
Yeah.
He's doing.
4 or 5 offset.
Dude, that's good.
Wait.
That's
That's
really
your
good.
that's your best hand.
4 or 5 offset.
4, 5 is bigger than Queen 7, you know?
He raised, I fold.
465. 466, 467.
I have my own range. People don't know.
Team Kuya sitting on
he's
about
polarized like this.
94,000 now.
You're all over.
Gonna min raise to
over.
200.
Oh my god.
Like randomly. I have
Hello,
my
Kazuya's
own-
playing.
I wanna win
You
one
can
pot
raise
so I
or
can
you
start
can
drinking.
call or
Like,
you can just...
Flat call from the button if
One
anyone
pot.
notices.
I play 100%. If I have.
Kirby is gonna let this one flop. No squeeze, gonna play his King Jack
Sakto lang.
with the board.
Champion. Crusher.
It's Ace 8 deuce.
Low player here. low
Kazuya
player.
in the lead as
Yeah.
everybody has missed. But how can Kazuya play this? There's 4 players on the flop. He's only got pocket 3s. It's check round to him, he's checked behind. And its cards are only going to get bigger from here, which makes Kazuya's hand weaker and weaker as this goes along. Now Kirby has hit the king, and so has Ben. Ben is leading out here. Let's see how Kirby plays his king. Easy to imagine that Ben could have checked an ace.
464.
But you can't fold for 1 bet. Team Kuya picked up a gut shot. 500 to win 18.
Hayop na yun. Sakal ako. Ayaw.
468.
Sakal.
But doesn't like it. Kazuya's done set mining 2 players with a king.
Heads up. Blind check, sir.
The jack dominates the 9 and is going to play. Ben checks.
64.
Kirby will check behind and take a nice small pot.
Patay na ako dun.
Even his big blind
You
defenses
play cash game.
have been flawless tonight.
You
Yeah,
used to
I
play.
saw you downstairs before.
했었는데
I saw him downstairs before, right?
You play here,
Downstairs,
master?
Really?
No, downstairs.
Yeah,
I saw him downstairs.
You play master? It's
No?
first time to come.
The mirror is only this side of the table having the beers.
Huh?
You wiped him out, right? He busted to you, the player, previous player?
Maybe I just made...
Maybe another guy?
Yeah.
Maybe another guy.
Bob Kim is under the gun.
466.
PG, 2-1.
Oh, he really has 73,000. I misread his chip stack because the brown ones are 5K and they are stacked on top there.
Kevin, champion ngayon.
Bob Kim has 73,000. He's only playing 40.
Champion.
That guy.
Champion.
Now win is raised to
Dragon
475 and it's
He's the biggest.
gonna fold all the way around. Kazuya doesn't want to play a suited queen.
The Queen 7.
Yeah, that was.
7.
He's like snap.
Snap. Kuya, highlights of the day.
Yeah, that's the biggest highlight. Like,
That thing-
I'm gonna make a
Well, I
YouTube
beg
video
to
about you.
disagree. They have no idea what the biggest highlight is.
Bob Kim. Queen 7.
Bob Kim snap call with Queen 7 is now only the second biggest highlight
And you're like, yeah.
because nobody has seen what
Sila
Kirby
nagdalawa-
did.
No, that's the
They're
best.
gonna
You gotta
find
make a
out.
video of it. That's just crazy.
Kirby owns
That's
the
the best
highlight
one,
of the
like-
Wala
night.
yata 3 seconds yung ganun.
Yeah.
Shabol ko.
That's the most impressive call.
I can't believe just how smart that was. Like, wow.
Kirby's smiling because they
Yeah.
have no
Don't
idea what he is capable of, what he has done.
Everyone want to learn poker need to see that game, you know.
Pulled off a monster heist.
Yeah.
It's an Ocean's 11 level heist, you know, when you already have all the money and the casino has no clue you took it. That's Kirby for you. Back to the action, Team Kuya. Calling the straddle. Win the straddle for 200.
Ikaw pare.
Fishado and Kazuya will not play. Ben will have a look.
Ganang oras pa to? Lang 5?
Action to him has been a straddle and a call. Oh, he's going to call with the small chips. And if you want to pick up a tell, I will share with you. The players who call with the small chips can be raced out of the pot.
Only 1, 2.
The next time you see someone call with the small chips, just throw in a race. See what happens. Wind is raised, but it's because he has ace-king. Team Kuya is going to venture forward with 5-4 offsuit. Ben's going to come along. Kirby's got pocket 7s. He can squeeze, he can set mine, got all the options.
1,000 only.
He's got 63,000 behind.
Chance lang, chance.
Kirby's going to set mine. Great price. Bob Kim really has an awful hand.
I thought this is a friendly game. I just thought.
But he can close the betting here.
I just thought it's a friendly game.
I tell you,
Oh my God.
Leave, he raised, flat. I want heads up. So,
Do you remember? Do you remember about 14 days ago?
14
Queens, Jets, and then A King. I lost.
Of course, poker players remember everything. Remember a bad beat from when we were 2 years old. Moving on, Bob is out. 4-way pot, 4,250 in the middle. Wind is the razor. The Team Kuya spiked the 5. Ben spiked his jack, and Kirby still sitting on 7s. Wind has the worst hand. Jack 5-3, 2 clubs on the board. Wind cannot bulldoze into 3 other players on this orphan board, but he's betting 1,200 anyway. Quick call by Team Kuya.
Yes.
Now we'll see if Ben can isolate here. How do you play top pair on this board? The only man to fear would be the razor, you would imagine. Calling here might get ugly on the turn, so Ben rightfully clicks it back, makes it 2,400, and that gets Kirby out of the hand. Ben just trying to define his hand here.
All in.
all in. 10K.
Wow, Wind has made
This is one.
power move here,
This is
representing overpairs to the jack. He's led into 4 players. As if that's not strong enough, he raises back all in. Of course, there are ace-king of hearts, those kind of hands that do this. But can Ben really call with jack? Weak kicker. Team Kuya is still in there, but he's caught between a razor and a shover. He's gonna call 9,875, and Ben folds to this pressure. Team Kuya would be the genius who wins with a pair of 5s. Let's see how it unfolds. This would be a hell of a sequence if he had done that, but he's out, so it's down to Ben, who must call.
9-6 kuya.
He's stuck, and this could be him getting unstuck if he puts Wind
Ace-king.
on a hand like ace-king of hearts.
So call, right? Call? Okay, call.
Ben's made a call,
Ace-king.
so Wind only has 6 outs. It is not ace king of hearts. Ben would love to see this. That it's not suited after all.
Yes, check.
It's
Kung wala
okay,
siya,
you have
tatayang.
so much out.
Ben is in the lead.
Kaya kung i-isolate siya. Bakit
But he read wind like a book.
Check 5 offset.
muntikan ko siyang i-isolate?
Made it look easy. That was not an easy call, but Ben made it look easy.
That's my money.
We're gonna run the board. Don't know if they run twice around here. Probably not. Haven't seen it.
Hard.
Wow, this
Hard is
action.
good.
Here we go. And it's over. Drawing dead. Win can hit an ace. Or oh no, Kirby would have had a set, but he's not in the hand.
I don't want to re-raise him. You just shove.
Wind down to the felt
Kanina, yung call ni
after
Kuya.
being the center of attention for the first 2 hours,
No, he,
giving everybody action back and forth.
Bakit 7 ako?
And Ben has felted him as his ace king has completely bricked.
Card dead for 3 hours.
Ramdam ko na to, ace king to eh. Ace king o ace queen lang to eh.
no.
So everyone knew he had ace king.
Put it there first.
Everybody.
Trying to finish it. Yeah.
You know it, I know it,
No
because
gut.
we saw it.
No
Bob,
gut. Check
Bob.
5 offset.
They saw it too.
Bob, Bob.
I say though, it's not that easy to call, but Ben made the call.
Check 5 offset.
So he earned
I want
it.
to steal it.
Actually, I have pocket 7. I'm thinking about
Well, somebody's
fighting.
coming in
Ah, really?
But
for
just because
20K. We'll see if it's Win topping up or if we're gonna get a new player.
Hindi na.
But I just linked.
I believe it might be a new player. That would make sense because
Next time with
I saw a name on the chat.
Hindi, marami pa siya.
Somebody wishing someone good luck. So a bit of a foreshadowing.
Kung di ace king, may jack, ace jack.
If I were to guess, the new player's name will be Kirby,
Doon lang ako
but I'm just guessing.
Kung hindi ka
still
You're watching Masters Live, 5100 no limit hold'em action. Coming to you as live as it gets. 1 more hour coming your way. This game is
Yeah, wait a minute.
slated to stream till midnight, plus a 30-minute delay. No player may cash out until midnight, but any player is busted can leave,
transfer pa.
of course.
No, who back? Check back, shove.
So we have yet to see the player in seat 7 taking the place of Win, who our trader from China
Ano ko, naalangan ako kay
has
Bob.
left the chat.
Kasi nasa ano pa eh.
I just
Team
do better.
Kuya
Maliit pa lang naman
in the big blind, one of the bigger winners.
Hindi yung 1-2. Gagawin ko sana ng
Playing
6,000.
70, got it up to 100, now sitting on about 90.
Hindi, bago yun. Yung pre-flop ba?
And then the hijack, ace 4 of hearts, almost back to even. He's playing 40, took a big hit when he made a hero call and shipped 30K in the direction of Team Kuya.
Yeah.
Ben's raced to 300 and 3 callers. Bob Kim set mining, missed it left and right. Ben has got the best imaginable flop, one of the best flops he can ask for. He's paired a 4 and has the nut flush draw. Team Kuya has nothing unless 2, 4, 6, 8 is a straight draw. Chris has only backdoors,
Naramdaman mo pala.
and Chris still not getting anything going.
Kung i-raise ko pa, tatapong ka.
Team Kuya with 8 high, no heart, no pair, no draw. But he's calling 700. Bob Kim just testing the water here, donking into the racer. It's called a donk bet for a reason.
Nothing?
Strong players don't do it with strong hands. It's looking like, at the very least, an easy call. But Team Kuya has raised it to 2400. That changes things. That is the toast before the battle. Ben cannot give up on this hand, but he has to worry about Bob Kim back raising.
This is a meme. Everyone just.
We know Chris is done with this.
I know how ball plays.
He has been very
I
vocal
don't know how I play. Really?
You're gonna call
about how loose everyone else has been. He will not play that way.
Oh, you see? I show you. You don't know how I play.
You always
I just
call
want to show you.
with Queen 7.
So Bob is
You don't know
out.
how I play.
So Team Kuya with nothing. Ben with a little bit. Team
give me
Kuya
a-
suddenly checks after the flop raise. What do you make of this? And Ben's going to try to seek to control the pot and the hand. He's stealing the initiative here. He actually has the best hand with the best draw. 4,200. And for Team Kuya, I believe the flop was his last stab at it. This would be amazing if he calls here with plans to do something nasty on the river.
Hindi yung pangalan ko.
Is it time to get creative?
Yun pa rin ang binibigay.
Big call again?
Uy,
Big call
pinasulat
again.
ko, pinapalitan ko yung
Excuse
pangalan
me.
ko, nilagay niyo
Yeah.
pa rin pala.
Team Kuya twisted as if he had something. We can see he's had 8 high.
Hindi. Yun pa rin daw.
Steven hasn't said a word or really played a hand. What is the plan for Team Kuya?
5, 4, 3, 2.
He wants to pull off a big move here.
How big call is that?
Ay, naka. Kano for two?
Relax, relax. You drink?
Wants to make a move.
Yes.
Yes, this feeling it might work. And I think he's right if he can pull it off.
Win one hand. Now I'll start thinking again.
Oh, man, Steven doesn't speak. He just smiles at you.
You see, under the ace king, so it's so hard.
Really not that hard unless you're trying to execute a big bluff. Even used a time bank for this. You really wanted to steal the spot. It was 10,000 in the middle.
Ace four.
Ben's gonna show it.
River?
Let's see what Team Kuya says he has.
Hindi pwede.
Yeah, I need to show river actually.
Wow.
Huh?
It's value betting pretty aggressively.
What?
By the button, 70.
150.
150.
New player in seat 7. He's gonna buy the button.
That's crazy.
We'll confirm his name when the action gets to him.
Biggest mistake.
Still watching Masters live.
Kita eh.
Check
Last draw.
50, 100, no limit hold'em action.
The game agrees?
But it's been playing like a 100, 200 game
He cannot call.
sometimes.
Tawag
Yeah,
ang
maybe you
putang
cannot
ina.
call.
Wala kang tinamaan eh.
Yeah. Maybe.
Cannot
Meron
call.
po yun, may tinamaan ako.
I raised to 10.
Ang salitang
The
kicker.
new player must buy the button for
Kakatayin lang
What
ako.
do you mean?
Kung umula ko, patay ako.
for 150.
Is it small blind?
Magtutubig blinds po si Sir Jordan.
Why
What do you
too big
mean?
blinds?
I think they should just deal him in.
Someone left. That's why.
Yeah, that's okay. 50, 100
Yeah.
lang kami. 150 lang siya. Okay
Ay,
na.
hindi. Mamaya na siya.
Mamaya na.
Mamaya na siya.
After the
mamaya
button
mamaya
ka na lang.
After the button. After the
button.
Yeah, the button is on his right
Wala
side.
namang miss mo
That
yan
is
eh.
why
Wala
if he
namang
wants
chicks.
to be dealt, he needs to pay 150 to be dealt.
Okay.
Or he waits a hand, the button will scoot right past him,
After the blinds.
and everything will be fine.
After the blind.
After the button.
Namili siya siya, di ba?
Okay na, okay na. After the button.
Fine though,
na
he
siya.
can buy the
Okay,
button,
okay,
and everything will be
Tama
normal.
yan, tama yan.
Small blind.
Okay,
small.
after the button na
Okay,
siya.
okay,
After
okay,
the
okay,
button.
So
okay.
he's gonna skip this hand
Para
instead.
hindi tayo
Steven will be
magka-
back for his big
Nothing to
blind.
do about me.
Kasi na-out siya kanina, sir.
Na.
And our as yet unnamed player will be identified later on.
Ace 4.
Papogi talaga ng mga ayos ng master sa puta. Boss G, mag-apply na akong ayos dito ah.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a very aggressive like bet for that.
Raise to 300.
Pisado. Yeah, I'd fall asleep too because he can't seem to get anything going tonight.
Hindi, putang ina. Ayos na yan. Kasi iniisip ko,
Between
putang ina.
Pisado and Chris,
Naramdam mo na eh.
they really have not been able to
Hindi talaga
squeeze
matawag ang
in.
putang ina. Pati
to get
napatay
anything
na ako
going,
sa'yo eh.
and
Papatay na,
same goes for
papatay mo na.
Steven.
Pag kinol ko, papatay mo na.
Came in late
Ang
as a
dami mo
replacement
outs
to
eh.
the first player in seat 9.
Top pair. Flash draw. Top pair with 4.
Catch up on the hands. Did Kazuya open with Queen 9 of spades?
I mean,
I would be shocked.
it's not ano.
it, my card is never called it. I mean, it's too small.
Okay, it's your choice.
Not sure if the new player is still
Then
wind.
I'm
I
thinking like
figure it isn't
maybe you
because they're
should.
asking him to
Then
post.
I'm
If it was
thinking like
still
maybe you should
wind,
ace jack
they
or
would just deal
ace
him in.
ten.
They would have
So
just
plus four. I have
made him
upper
play a
hand.
blind.
I have the top pair. But
So I'm pretty
but
sure
in,
it's a
in
new
my
player.
Sira na image
maybe
ko.
you should ace king.
Yeah,
Kuya,
So
Boss G.
yeah, truly
Boss
ace
G.
king.
Boss G,
All right, we're waiting
sira na
on the
image.
technicals to catch up to the actual action, but Kazuya has indeed raised to 300, folded all around, and we did see Steven forking
Lead ako
in
po
a
dito.
call. So now it's 6, 10, 9, almost a jackpot flop for Steven. But instead, it's trouble as they both have a 9. We see it's actually Queen 9, 10, 6. Oh my God, Kazuya is so far ahead of this. Check out the board in the middle and ignore the graphic on the right. It's Queen 9, 10, 6, and a Queen on the river. It's a lock for Kazuya, but how much can he really extract? Steven cannot really pay. And I don't think Kazuya was able to bloat this pot.
Kirby.
Flop 2 pair.
Kirby, Kirby.
And his opportunity to get value was on the flop.
Di ako na dealer, di ba?
Maybe even on the turn, but as we can see from the pot size, I think the bets have been small enough, and he's gotten 1,100 called.
The game.
He sucks all the chips.
This pink.
Okay, maybe there isn't a queen on the river because they seem to be waiting for.
Sorry, no, okay.
It's okay.
Okay, let's figure this out.
Yeah, back to the air.
Even in the big blind, likely check Kazuya bet 1,100.
Game Boy.
No?
I like it. I like
All right. Bit of a glitch with the card, so it's a 7 on the river. That's a straight for Steven. It's a straight versus 2 pairs, but why does Kazuya win?
B, but V.
Okay.
I'm confused. Queen 9, 10, 6, 7. Steve has 9, 8. Maybe he didn't have 9, 8, so they're going to have to change that deck.
Which version now?
Yeah, that deck needs to be changed because if Steven had 9, 8, he would have had a straight.
Professional in this table, you know.
8?
We saw Queen
Not
9.
me. So,
In my eyes, I
not
see
Six.
me. I'm a fish.
Sorry, no 10. Queen 9, 6, 7.
It's just a
So Kazuya only had a 9. My bad.
Who is the 8?
Anyway, Kazuya takes the pot with 2 pair.
I see one fish here.
And Steven folded on the river with only a pair of 9s.
You call?
Yes.
Kirby has 6s open limp. Bob Kim probably limp behind.
I want his
And now we have our player in seat 7.
Oh, maybe.
Oh my goodness, it is still wind. Why did they make him
Queen 7.
pay 150 instead of just dealing him on?
Oh, he bet 200, 600 means he's pocket 6. That's
So
what
my
he's talking
bad. Vince had it absolutely right. It was still
One
wind.
hands up only.
And shout out to Dave Spade in the chat.
What's happened?
The honor is ours. Welcome to the stream, Dave Spade. So Kirby has limped his way, called his way into bottom set. Bob Kim has Queen 9. Kirby plays it slow. Bob Kim catches up.
Close. Here.
Still checks that set. Still no bet. Second check is a charm. Bob Kim feeling his queen is worth 400. Now Kirby has a headache. How do I get more out of this guy? He just barely. Okay, it's a decent size. Got a 3xing it. 4xing it. Looks like 1,500. Can Bob Kim call this check raise? Flop was checked. Turn was check raised. Bob cannot let go just yet. Kirby had a set of fours early in the evening and got paid for it. Can he get the set of sixes paid? 4,350 in the pot. What's the good value bet here? He's going for the pot size. Hoping Bob hit 2 pairs somehow. Maybe Queen Jack. But we can see Bob's only sitting on that queen with a iffy kicker. Bob Kim. Not snap calling this one. Saw him snap called 22,000. Snap called a bluff. But he had top pair that time. This is not top pair this time.
Cheers. Yeah, cheers.
Cheers.
Most players are up. Kirby is up about 30K plus whatever he's going to get from this pot. Bob Kim up 30K by virtue of Fish Sato blowing 37K in a hand earlier. Bob, what is this? 15,000. Bob Kim is trying to pull a Kirby on Kirby. What a power move. He's turned his hand into a bluff. If he thought his hand had showdown value, he can just call, but he opted for the raise. I guess he must know his queen is beat.
Yeah.
Ace 10, really? Pocket queens, pocket jacks, really? Wow, shoe is on the other foot. Kirby can dish it out. Let's see how he takes this. Yeah, there are two of the biggest stacks on the table. It's call or fold. If Kirby shoves, he makes the call. Yeah, Kirby does the bluffing around here. You can't do that to him. Kirby, you are the man. You are the man tonight. And he picks off. Picks off that bluff. I mean, you can't see him having ace 10 there. Or 9-10.
Idol kita ngayong araw na to, Kuya Kirby. Ikaw champion ngayon. Ikaw champion ngayong araw na to.
True that. True that. Kirby is the champ tonight. Night's not over though. We got about 45 minutes of gameplay left before players are allowed to cash out. And in those 45 minutes, will we even see Chris take a pot? I don't think he's taking a pot all night. If this was a Squid Game, he might have gone broke. At least Kazuya's taking a pot. And even though Fish Sato has taken a big cut to his stack, he still managed to get a little bit back.
How much? 200.
Chris is stuck between the most aggressive players on the table. That's a seating problem. And he's just trying to navigate that. Win calls to straddle.
It's Stephen's birthday today.
So Bob Kim has straddled.
Happy birthday.
Kuya follows along. Kazuya folds, and Ben's got a squeeze coming if he wants to. He's made it 700.
825 total.
25 pa.
825. Reasonable. Bob Kim has left the hand, but Win is going to chase again with a funky suited connector, which got him into trouble earlier in the night. In a 30K pot where he flopped a flush with 9-4. This time he flops the 4, Ben flops the ace, and Team Kuya has the flush draw. Something for everybody. Let the games begin. Ben is the pre-flop raiser, so he's going to lead out from under the gun. And I expect nobody to fold.
3, bet, 2, 4.
Nobody. $2,400. About 2/3 of the pot was the bet. Wind would love to float, but Team Kuya's lurking on his left. Maybe he finds the fold button.
From you, bet 2-4.
Wind is now playing. Might be playing 50K.
Not good, not good.
So he gets out the way. Team Kuya is gonna pay for his draw. Gonna try to spike that spade, or a 5, or a 7, or a 6, or an 8. Anything that can keep him going. That's not one of them. That is not on the list.
Yeah, I want to. Why I bluff?
Ben's building a pot, 7,400 in the middle against the giant stack of Team Kuya. Can maximize his top pair hand here. Picked up a gut shot for himself. Bet 2/3 on the flop. Are we going to see 5,000 here? 5,500, he says. And for Team Kuya, 5-5 to win close to 13K. Not quite there with the odds. But he played the suited spades for the flush draw, and he's got the flush draw. He's not letting go. Gonna give it a chance on the river. Pot is 18,000. How did this happen? From a straddle and a raise. Here we go. Blank for Team Kuya. And Ben can just check call any bet here. Check calling is the winner, because misdraws will only fold. Unless he thinks Team Kuya has an ace, then he can bet for value. What is a decent sized bet here? 6 to 7K. Even a smaller one, 4K. Oh, Ben is going for half the pot.
How much?
Looks like 10.
11.
11,000.
Magkano tira mo, Kuya?
20...
Oh, Team Kuya asking Ben what he has behind.
20 maliit na lang pare.
34, I think. Total.
Ben says he has 20 behind.
Ang natira, 2,400 o 2,500.
Ay, naka. 11? 11?
We are gonna pretend he's gonna call 11 and then turn it into a... Remember he tanked when he had, what was it? I don't know, 8 high. Considering a bluff on the river, and even used a time bank for it. So same spot again. Complete miss, 8 high, considering a bluff.
Let's go.
Can't do it.
Let's go.
You can't do it.
Let's go your chips.
He wants to do it. He's been wanting to do it all night. Wanting to go. He's like that guy trying to dunk in a basketball game.
Isya ka, Kuya?
Gampay.
But it
Kuya,
keeps
isya
turning
ka?
into a layup.
Putang ina, Ian Borok ang putang ina. Hayop talaga.
Well, it's already showed his cards.
Bob?
Oh, yeah.
So if Steven saw it, the rest of the table has the right to
Dapat
see
fold
it.
ako, show mo.
Fold.
Ian Borok nga. Tang ina, galing na putang ina.
Good read for Team Kuya, but could he read? He couldn't read if Ben would have folded to 40K.
Basa ko talaga Ian Barok.
Yun
But
lang
he's
itatapon mo.
always
Hindi, dalawa
considering
lang
it.
basa ko sa kanya. Ian Barok,
Ace Jack.
Ian Payong lang.
Sabi ko kung ace king ka,
Patay
kukulin
na
mo.
ako. Patay na.
Hindi, ace king ka, kukulin mo.
Di, kung isking ako, pull ako.
ka.
Di na magdadalawang isip, pull ako. Wala namang board di. Walang flush draw, walang straight draw.
That's crazy.
Ina, ay pamputo.
Actually, there was a straight and flush showing.
Shit. Kaya, galing mo.
There was a Broadway straight showing,
Pero yung
but
tanong
flush
mong
draw did
kuya
not
na
materialize.
ace jack siya, tapos tinulak mo, baka isipin niya ace 10 ka. Baka isipin niya ace 10. Ako yun ang inisip ko eh.
Ben is all the way back.
Tinanong kong ace jack, ace 10.
What a grinder, I mean, between Ben and Kirby.
Hindi natatakbo yun, kuya.
Wala na, hindi na
Two
malalim.
similar playing styles.
Tsaka masyadong malaki.
Ben's doing it
Masyado na malaki yung...
Kumbaga yung kalahating
one
paano,
small to medium
Hindi,
pot
kuya,
at a
masyado na
time.
malalim yung bet mo eh.
Kirby did it with queen high in a huge pot. But certainly both players
Sabi ko na puta. Di ramdam ko na siya.
very fun to
Ramdam na
watch.
kita, kuya. Is payong ka lang o kaya is barok ka lang. Wala ka nang ibang tatawag sa akin.
Kirby opens once again with a limp from under the gun with his pocket pair. Chris raises to 300. Will this be the pot that Chris will see?
Kasi
A
first to go
flop.
ka, magdadalawang isip
Can
pa
he
ako
take a pot
kung
down?
nag-check ka.
No, Bob Kim has 3-bet him to 1,000.
Di, walang flash, kuya.
Chris just can't seem to get in. He's gonna have to
Wala,
call
wala
this.
namang speedy. Pula
Enough
lang
is
naman
enough,
speedy.
Chris. Call whatever you have to call and see this flop. It's too late in the evening to still be folding. Set mind that.
Di, ramdam ko na,
As
di
we
ba?
pot
Basa ko sa'yo, is barok, is
3150.
jack lang.
Two pocket pairs and an unknown. And of course, when you have a small pair, the board goes king, queen,
Sa
jack.
set, malabo na mag-set. So, hindi mo
Every
matutulakan
open
ng
pair in the book.
mag-set.
This won't stop Kirby from trying. We've seen that. But for Chris, I think this is the end of his hand. Bob
No,
King
hindi
checks
tayo,
behind.
hindi
Look at
tayo.
Kirby spiking the set on the turn. The man cannot lose. He can't lose.
Ina.
Can't lose
Papanoodin
tonight.
ko nga yung laro natin na to. Re-reviewin ko.
That's crazy.
Ina. Ayos na yun.
That he would get there for free and actually hit it. I don't know what Bob Kim checked behind.
Oo,
And
hindi.
Chris is done with the hand, and Bob is going to
Pero
pay
kung
the
tinayaman ako
man.
8, kuya.
He's gonna
Matulakan
pay
kita,
the
kuya.
champ.
Tutulakan. Pero
Uh-oh,
magdalawang
full
isip
house for
ka.
Kirby, but
Ang ganda ng value bet mo, kuya.
looking vulnerable here with the two kings. Would Bob
Ang ganda
Kim
ng value bet mo, kuya.
check a monster on the flop, like King Jack or
Hindi,
Queens,
okay, hindi, kuya,
or
hindi
Jacks
sa
or
akin.
King?
Hindi nabasa ko kasi. Hindi mo ko tinutuluakan.
Bob
ng
might be
ito eh.
sitting on the
Sabi ko,
draw
wala
like something with a
kayo.
10.
Iyan lang eh. Pero
He's going to flat call this, and Kirby must know he's ahead. Maybe Bob has hit the queen.
Iniisip ko kung
We'll
paano
never know,
ko-
but Kirby made as much as he could from
Iniisip
pocket
ko
three.
talaga, kanina pa. Sabi ko malamang tumparok talaga eh. Patay talaga ako pag kumul ako eh.
Kirby now up about 45k plus the pot. 56k after this hand.
Na, wala naman eh. Kasi on hand na tayo, wala na pang matay.
Looking unbeatable tonight. Oh, there you see he's up actually
Alam mo, magkano lang itong
51,000. Not bad for under 4 hours of play. The dude's making 12,500 an hour. What kind of job pays that? I can name a few jobs that pay that, but we're not allowed to talk about those.
Yeah.
Chris is under the gun with Queen 10 offsuit.
Aray.
Chris has seen some flops, but taken no pots. Maybe he's taken a small one. I don't even remember. But definitely not a very memorable session so far. Can he turn it around? 30 minutes to go.
Sabi ko patay na ako. Pag ising patay na talaga ako. Pag ising.
Trying. Raise it to 300.
Pero sa second
Even
option
just
ko,
sitting there
nag-isip
like
six.
table decor. Can't catch a hand either. Meanwhile, Ben's got a set mining hand, but he turns it into a 3-betting hand. Once again, Chris is facing a 3-bet. It's just a click back. 600 should be easy flat for Chris. Ben's just trying to build a pot in case he spikes a set. And we've seen a lot of sets tonight. It's uncanny. 4s 3 times, 6s twice, 3s just now.
Call.
Chris calls. Wind's gonna come along. He loves these suited hands.
How much?
He's
600.
played these suited hands all night.
18 years old.
Here we go. 529. Absolute nothing.
Ang hirap ng tumulong.
Bet 1563.
Wala nang
As
tumutulong.
nothing as my thoughts on global warming.
Wala.
Uncoordinated,
Panalo.
completely orphan, and Ben knows it's good for his hand.
Kulang pa sa pulutan na binili ko.
Easy bet, easy fold. Good job by Ben. He took initiative, so it was natural for him to bet that flop. And he takes it down. Another empty foray for Chris. And for Wind, who's trying to get his win back. The hits have stopped coming. Early in the session, if you played back, Wind was hitting everything.
Yes. You can.
As you know, that kind of luck
So you have the
moves
option.
around.
Yeah.
You could triple straddle.
Now it's his turn to miss.
Next round.
Straddle by Bob Kim to 200. You're watching Masters Live 50 100 No Limit Hold'em action.
How much?
Call 7.
How much?
200. Call City.
As the bets come in, I gotta shout out Kane Marasigan, or as his friends call him, Cain.
Call City.
Always good to see your name. Not necessarily seeing you in person. Haven't seen you for ever. But it's good to know you're out here, Kane. Welcome to the bottom end of the stream. This is Masters Live.
400 total.
Live from the Masters Poker Room in Malate, Manila.
You call on your own straddle?
Good game.
You
So,
call on your own straddle? You tell me what do you want?
what did Bob Kim
You tell me
do?
what do you want?
He accidentally min-raised his own straddle instead of taking the option.
You tell me what do you want?
So, Wind had called 2,000.
Oh
Kuya had
my
called,
God.
sorry, 200. Everyone had called 200. And Bob Kim made it 400 to go around the table. One more time, he double straddled himself. And Chris is gonna get dragged
Okay,
into
200,
this
400,
with
let's
King
go.
2 of clubs. Just trying to make something happen tonight.
Just make it 2,000.
Anything for Chris.
By 6 players?
Flop him a flush.
5 players? Wow.
Red.
Deserves it.
Blind chuck. I mean, yeah, check.
Nothing.
Hungry?
225.
2025.
Oh, nice bet. Really nice bet.
Pogi.
That's ball.
Nilasing muna ako. Ayaw mo pa. Ako ba? Ano pa, big
Call
deal.
68.
Seryoso. Bigyan mo si Boss Garfield, do. Bigyan mo. Diba?
Nothing for anyone here.
Seryoso.
But Bob Kim has bet with his ace high. Pot's small enough that Kirby's not interested. Bob's gonna show the bluff.
I want to check back.
Bob has changed gears, started the easy play, everything
You never
straightforward.
call on your own
Got a little
straddle.
adventurous with Queen 7 of hearts. Hit it big, and now it's opened up.
Rock my
That's
rock
what
my
I thought. You
200.
called on your own straddle.
I don't really want to call. I just say 200 and call.
I'm drunk.
And then you just like 200 more.
Sorry.
Well, now Win can straddle.
I don't believe you.
Message from the chat
Brother, yeah.
from Bente Sais. Nice playing with Kirby and Wind earlier.
Double pala ako.
So this might be from
Pwede mo mag-double?
Paolo.
Joke lang ko, no?
Basta ako.
Ay! Tangina, guys, Suki!
And it was an up and down game for Paolo. And a spectacular bust out
Too much suksok. Too much suksok.
when he flopped a nut flush and it did not hold. Unbelievable. That's poker for you.
Ay, sorry, live.
800 total.
Kuya, live ka daw.
I'm an idiot. Someone shouted out Kirby and it didn't dawn on me that that was Kirby. I'm just an idiot that way.
Wala, evil na ako.
Now it makes sense.
Ayun yung champion.
Boy, am I slow.
Dapat,
Back to the action.
next, ganito pa rin.
Fish Sato. I didn't realize he was still on this table. I thought he fell asleep. He's raced it to 800 with God knows what. And Ben is called 800 with 5-2 of spades. Once again, Ben calling with the small chips because those are chips he can afford to lose. Bob Kim gonna come along, win folds because it's not suited. Three ways into the flop we go. Fish Sato, who's shown himself to be a steamroller when he has the lead in the betting.
Grabe naman si Jin magbigay.
King 5-6, all diamonds. We have no clue what Fish Sato has, but if you're listening or if you're into trends, it's gotta be two clubs. Check the last 3 hours of the stream and you'll know why I think so. Bob Kim has two clubs, by the way, but none of them connected. Ben's hit the 5.
Ay, sorry.
Looks like Fish had checked and Ben had taken the opportunity to steal the spot. He's betting with his small chips. It's in Phil Garden's little blue book.
Ay, nako.
Or is it the little green book? It's on audio tape.
Ni Kuya, nagwala. Tinamaan.
Tinamaan ng ano?
It's a book from 2004.
Ako walang problema sa akin.
mo dito,
Pag mo ko tanungin, sila tanungin.
Have a new deal. The award for I don't know, the award for least successful flops. It's a toss-up between Chris and Steven. I mean, Paulo busted, but at least he flopped it hard. For these two players, they haven't seen much play. And not for lack of trying on the part of Chris. He's been raising and just getting 3-bet. He has been trying to see flops. Gonna see one with the magic hand of the night, the pocket fours. Fours have been dealt 3 times. Flop the set every time. This is the 4th time. No go. 3-8-6 all spades. Team Kuya's flopped the flush. He's flopped it. Ben has the nut draw. Winner has the second nut draw with a hit.
Ilang players?
6 players.
Kuya back just in time to bet this. Even Bob Kim has a piece of this. No idea what Kirby has. Pot is 2,600. Kuya bets 2,000. Wait a minute. The pot was 600 and Team Kuya bet 2,025 into it.
Sorry.
Just tell me how much did you drink tonight?
They try to blame it on alcohol, but we know it's because he flopped the flush. Ben cannot just fold yet. He's got the nut draw. What about Wind? He lays it down even though he had a 3. Wind would have had 2 pairs with a second nut draw. But he's not in. They both check. Team Kuya is just going to table his flush. Ben missed completely. Kuya takes it down. At least he got 2,000 out of it. It was an unraised pot.
Di ako, Kuya. Honest ako, Kuya. May tinamaan naman, Kuya. May tinamaan naman, ha?
Now, if only Team Kuya can, before the night ends, pull off one of those bluffs that he's been trying to do on the river.
Hindi, patay ako eh. Magkailan lang yun eh.
One time.
Kaso lang, flash yung binigay.
Steven's under the gun with
Hindi,
5.
Kuya. Nagkapat tayo. Lakas magkano lang.
That was the rake. Okay. And now Steven can open here. Quietest player on the table award is a toss-up between Fish, Sato, and Steven. Steven open limps pocket 5s. Ben's got kings. Steven can't catch a break. 5s earlier had a 1-outer against 9s.
Ayop na yung betting eh.
See, from the same seat. as well. Let's see if they fare well against the kings, or if it will be farewell if Steven overplays this. The race is ginormous, 2,500. Bob Kim flats it like it was nothing. Kuya is out. Steven has got to call 2,400 to play these fives. He limped it
Kuya.
like he almost didn't want to play it. And now he has reason to fold. 2,400 reasons to fold. But if you look at the pot, 5,250. Hey, shoving's an option. Stevens waited half the evening for this to run into kings from a limp of 100. Trying to hear his thoughts, but it's just too quiet. Just a call. You know you gotta have 8-1 odds to set mine, but whatever. Here comes the flop. Ooh, that ace can freeze the action. 2 aces, making a total of 3 for Bob Kim. Steven blanked out, bought the flop for 2,500, could not buy a 5. For Ben, his kings have truly become ace magnets. Gonna have to try to bet here. Look at this, same size bet. Been saying it all night. If your hand doesn't improve, you fire same size bet, hoping they don't notice. But we always notice. Bob Kim flats it, trying to let Steven in the hand. Steven is done here. Was almost a 5. You can get a magic marker and make it a 5, but he folds. Whoa, 5 in a turn, just kidding. Gut shot. Would have been a gut shot for Steven, but he's gone. Ben.
Double check.
He gonna fire another blocker or just check this one? He checks it. Bob Kim checks behind. Wow, talk about skipping a street to lose some value. Bob Kim has 51,000. He's only behind a couple of bigger aces. 2-5, begging to get paid. There really wasn't any draw on the flop.
Grinding.
If Bob Kim is bluffing, he's doing it with a 4 or a pocket pair. It's callable. It's callable. It's the right price. Ben pays.
Ace? Patay talaga po tayo.
Wow, nice.
I think Ben lost the minimum
Ang hirap
there.
itapon ng baramo, kuya. Oo. Ang hirap itapon nun.
Kahit 5,000, bibili ko pa eh.
Tinood. Those kings are very sticky.
He bet so big.
Yeah.
I don't know why.
Yeah. It's like everyone wins. Anyway.
Boom, boom, boom. Brum, brum, brum.
Professional.
White check.
Bob gets a nice pot out of there. Flat
Big blind ako,
calling.
Ito may ato eh.
From 0 to 2,500 with ace jack. He earned it.
I'm losing. Losing.
100 lang tapos malaki yung loot.
Hope Cristado wakes up with aces. Or maybe Chris. Wake him up with aces. Kazuya been quiet for a while. Time winding down on this live stream game. Masters live from the Masters Poker Room. 5,100 or 5,100, 2,500. Depends on who's raising.
5%.
Look at this. Win for 475 on the dealer button with 10 deuce. Never lose. R.I.P. Doyle Brunson.
Natama rin dyan. Natama rin.
As Wind takes 150 with a Doyle's hand.
What do you have? Pocket 5. Pocket 5? 4?
Pocket 5 before?
Shout out Nathaniel. This guy agree. Bad flop for the kings. Not the worst though.
4 shove.
Sometimes one ace is harder to get away from. But yeah, with two aces, you know what? You're right. It's harder to get away from two aces showing on the board than just one ace. That's why I call my kings ace magnets. Every time I have kings, it's gonna be an ace on the board.
No, look 300.
Bob Kim raised to 300. Is it really no look?
What happened?
Service? Can I get a Coke Zero, please?
Win calls with a random raggedy hand. Team Kuya with a random suited hand. Steven with an unknown hand.
No, look, I'm sure. You can check.
It's the battle of the random hands. 5, 3, Jack, 2 spades showing. Bob Kim and Win both have a 5. Team Kuya has a 3. God knows what Steven has, but he checks it. Well, Win played 8-5. He hit the 5. You gotta like that.
The car, I don't know how to bet.
Right.
Yeah, check that.
That is an interesting problem.
1,050.
Lexi Sand doesn't know how to bet it.
No.
But Team Kuya knows how to bet his bottom pair with a runner club draw. Bob Kim looks at his hand now. Got a piece of it.
Reference, right?
You're a friend, right?
Yeah, you can call.
One of them should call. Bob Kim is the first one to call. Win is out of there.
Wait for me. Hey, cheers.
As they drink, here comes the turn. It's a 4, now a gut shot for Bob Kim. And a flush draw for Team Kuya. He got there. He got there through the back door.
What's your card?
But it goes check.
5 only?
Team Kuya
3 only?
glad to show his flush.
Ay,
One would have had 2 pair.
Lashy. That's a really good
Team
one.
Kuya is winding it down.
But when I saw the
Bobby is my friend.
when I
I
saw
think
my
he's still
card, I
about,
had to call.
But you
what's he
bet.
got?
I cannot bet.
So you bet two.
Close to 90,000, maybe
Then
88.
you saved my money.
Still profit for the evening. He's playing 70
didn't bet, maybe I just
as we
Are you
enter
five?
maybe our last 15 minutes of
Okay.
play.
That's my point. That's my point. I'm not bad. I'm checked.
We start off fighting to
I don't
stay
do
awake
card.
while everyone else trying to knock themselves out with the beers. The action starts with Kirby in the +1 because it's been straddled by Ben. Chris has given up on this game completely. It's Bob Kim is going to play 4-3 of spades. I feel for Chris because I've had many of those sessions. Just 4 hours of just not getting anything going. But really, it's a luck of the draw on his seat. It was a seat where he was just gonna get 3-bet all night with Wind and Team Kuya on his left.
That's 5,000.
And then with Ben and Kirby, they were gonna beat him to the pot pre-flop as well. So just really worst possible seat. Nights like that, I just change seat or change table. But that wasn't an option for Chris, so I had to play it through and try to make something happen. Meanwhile, Bob Kim has gotten 2 callers and Ben is the 3rd caller. Everyone feeling really loose. Wind is, I don't know, down about 30. Team Kuya up about 15. Bob Kim up about 24. Ben also up a little bit. King 9-7. Top 2 pairs for Wind. The flush draws blanked out. Team Kuya hit a king and Ben hit a 9. The raiser Bob Kim is the only one who can leave this with a complete miss. Ben folds his 9. It's between the 2 players with the kings. But Wind has kings up. Team Kuya picked up a flush draw, a not flush draw on the turn. It's never
It's okay,
easy
just focus. It's okay.
with these two.
Fighting.
Wind is
2-4.
fixing to get this all in. He missed a shove earlier, which turned into a big river bluff that he could not call. He would have had way more than what he has now. Simple bet and a call. Pot is now SPR, less than 1 for Wind.
I'm not sure.
He should be thinking of shoving,
I drink more. Well,
as he
if
is
they
first to
play-
act.
they-
If he
they
checks
play-
and this checks
okay,
behind, it's a little bit of a disaster.
maybe.
Got bluffed out of 2 pairs earlier tonight. Can't let that happen again.
Kirby.
10 minutes
Kirby going
left.
out.
Yeah.
Okay, already.
And as is the
10
custom,
minutes left. It's okay.
he gets chatty
Oh, no,
when he likes his hand and then shoves. Team Kuya doesn't have a good enough hand to call with. Certainly not worth 8,400 unless he's feeling generous. Ipsos hand. He cannot bluff him out of his hand because he's all in. So Team Kuya gives up.
Bluff again?
No, two car.
Closing in on the end of the stream with 10 minutes to go, and we got a big one in the chat. Shout out to Tira Pasok. Chester in show, welcome to the stream.
Oh yeah, you.
Masters Live
You
coming to
I
you
can
live
do
from the
that.
Masters Book Room in Malate, Manila.
One more.
Shout out to you, Jester. I hope you had a good day today,
Play. Play.
as I know you are
Maybe I might have a date.
duking it out on some
Run
other tape.
away. Only me run away.
I've been like hard dead. This is just so weird.
2, 3.
I've never been this hard dead.
Enough people or no? 7 players.
Button is now on
Okay.
Pisado. No straddle here. Kirby first to act with 4-3 unsuited.
But not only playing, huh?
Could be exhibition time
Two drink, no cannot
with
play.
10 minutes left in the stream, or it could be time to lock it down and book the win. Kirby might be the biggest winner here.
Yeah. And if,
Might be up 60K.
or if I raise,
Oh, you
I
up
get,
60K in a
like
5100
What's
game.
that? What's that? What's that?
So
Hello,
I
Team
And
Kuya
good
is looking for trouble. Looking for a dance partner with his ace jack of clubs. Wind race to 375. He's 3-bet to 2700. 8xing it. Steven just can't play the twos. Can't play any hand. Kazuya's got 9-6. He's not going to play that, even if you paid him to. And Chris, who started it all with a limp of 100, is once again going to be priced out of this flop.
75, and then from there it goes to 2,700.
Chris, you got to make one loose call after another. It's the only way. It's the only way.
What am I supposed to do? Okay, fair
Oh,
enough.
it's
Team
only.
Kuya takes this
I
down.
have a
No
king.
contest.
Cannot call that.
Oh my god.
Anya says, shout out to Masters Poker. Yes, and thank you for the stream and the entertainment. Super entertaining session tonight. And go, Sir Kirby. Go, go, go to the cashier and lock up a 60K win.
And you buy, we can bring this buy to downside. It's
Kirby
okay.
had the play of the night. If you missed it, you better find it. Happened around the 2-hour mark, roughly.
That's why I'm asking.
Gigantic
So, like
3-barrel bluff
40 minutes downside.
with queen high to get aces up to fold on a river. You gotta see it to believe it. Chris
Bluff,
under the gun.
bluffing catch and bluff, and then
This time, raise to 300. If you get 3-bet, just ship it.
More bluff catch.
That's 7 minutes.
They can't keep 3-betting you like this. It's sickening. Chris gotta see a flop. Gotta see a flop with this hand. Ben, can he call 3-bets cold from the small blind? He can because it's wind 3-betting, which means Chris should be 4-betting here. I really mean it. He should be 4-betting here. I'm not even joking anymore. The way this action is gone, wind is opening very wide. Ben is calling cold. It's gotta be a 4-bet.
So it's 75. I can't do the math.
After I win the pot,
Well, he can't fold, so he just calls.
I'm only doing
And
this
if he
'cause we have
misses
6 minutes
this,
left, okay?
he's got
This is the best hand I
Two
got.
worse
double up.
position
I'm
than the
ready to
Racer.
double up.
So, of course, everybody misses but the Razor. So, Wint's got the lead. He's got position. He's got initiative. He's got everything going for him.
Time to shine.
Top pair for Wind. Both players have checked.
1-8.
Bakit?
2,000, but he declared 1-8. Ben should be done here. Doesn't want to get sandwiched. If Chris should find a check raise in his arsenal. Check raise.
Guys, get down. Down. We're going to play.
Check raise would be ambitious. This is one of those orphan boards, uncoordinated, 10 high. Misses so many raising ranges, but connects with all the Broadway somehow. Chris can't even find a heart. All runner, runner. Well, if he didn't like 4-betting, he's not gonna like check raising here, so maybe check fold. And Win takes it down.
That's 10-2. Why all in?
It feels like a tournament right now. You just shove anything. Yeah.
That's right, Chris.
Bakit 10?
Seems to be the only way
No.
to make something happen.
10-10.
How can I bet 10-2 like that?
Oh, come on, you
Are you
can bet
crazy?
10-2.
Oh my God.
Everyone knows you can bet 10-2.
I don't even know what kind of people in your eyes, you know? I've had
Win.
10-2 like that.
You raised 10-2 not 4 hands ago.
Better bidder, man.
Let me say, at least 10 check or 10-9, di ba? How can I bet 10-2 like that?
Because you did. Anyway, Win's got 8-3 open fold from the +1. Is a straddled pot, or Bob was AFK. So Team Kuya has limped in. And the +2, Steven's gonna limp behind. And Fish Sato might do something aggressive here. Gonna try to shake that snow globe and make something happen. He's raced to 600, but Kazuya, who's been equally quiet, suddenly gonna wake up with a 3-betting hand here. Well, bad timing for Fish Sato. As Kazuya makes it 1,600.
What?
Or 1,700. Ben, Kirby, and Chris should be out. Team Kuya limp. He's limping to call. If you don't think he can cold call 3 bets like this, then you haven't been paying attention.
Jam.
Yeah.
So there's the cold call. And
Gamble.
to Steven, who was limped and folded, rinse and repeat, and has not really seen any flops tonight. Fish Sato started this. He ends it by folding. It's between Team Kuya, who limped and cold called 3 bets, and the Racer. Ace on the flop. Nothing for Team Kuya, but could this be the hand that he executes the bluff that he's been trying to run all night? Is this the hand to do it in? He's going for it. He donk bets 1,500 into Kazuya. Kazuya smooth calls, gonna let Team Kuya hang himself. He might, because he just turned a pair, and 2,000 more. For Kazuya is yum. Oh no, little hasty, went all in.
11.
Could not wait for that 3rd barrel. And why not? The board's getting drawy.
Last draw. You?
Kuya's gonna fold this.
Wait lang.
Well, he hasn't folded it, but he can't call this.
Before that, it just
He tried,
just ace king, I think.
but Kazuya
Ace talaga, ace talaga.
Ended the madness right there and shows the ace.
Hindi ka tatawagin eh. Hindi ka tatawagin.
Ace king ko.
Ganda nga ng blacker bet mo
Dinoble
eh.
na eh. Dinoble niya yung wrist eh.
What about just doubling it? Yeah, Ben has a point. Because we had doubles, it might have gotten 2,000 more. But you never know what the river could have been. Could have been an action killer. Or could have been a 10.
Why fold?
Yan, straight on the flop.
My best hand was ace queen last hand.
Well, we might play one more hand. I hope we do. We have a dealer change.
You don't come play with us?
And the stream
Yeah.
could be ending at any time.
No. I'm just
Peter Mayo, shout out from
biggest
Seattle,
here.
Washington, Rabuya Masters Poker.
Yeah, I know. Professional. I know that. I know that.
Good to hear from you in
I just want to learn
Seattle.
something, you know. I want to improve myself.
Myself, a huge fan of the Seattle Sound in the 90s. Singles
Oh,
is
maybe let's play
one of my
downstairs.
all-time favorite
Okay.
movies.
Yeah, I just want to learn something, you know.
Shout out back at you in Seattle. Hope it's not raining there.
Huh?
It's okay here.
I'm not.
It's okay here. Continuous.
What?
It's okay here. Continuous.
I'm okay with it.
It's alive.
The stream suddenly cuts off. Forgive me for not saying goodbye. But you've been watching Masters Live, 5100 No Limit Hold'em action. Superfluous, superlative, too much action. 5100 game, and it's
Is it last hand or
been
last
very
round?
entertaining. This might be our last one or two hands. So for Masters Poker, thank you to everyone in the chat, everyone for tuning in. We might have 4 minutes left here. This has been Coach Ron covering for the great but busy Noel Zarate.
All set.
And I hope in these last two
Even in the turn,
hands,
right?
maybe Steven will catch a pot.
It's the turn.
See what happens if Kazuya is playing the hijack with 9-10 of clubs. Playing it to raise. Must really be the last hand or two because Kazuya's opened up. He's quietly up 11,000. Hello.
How much?
The evening started with aces. It might just end on the same note because Win has 8 on the straddle. What a straddle. Now it just looks like he's doing the old straddle 3-bet. Of course, Kazuya can't withstand it, but how can they give Win credit for a hand? He's been playing so wide. Call him! Aye.
First hand get aces. First hand.
Thank you. Last
Win 600.
Watch from the beginning. Our first hand of the evening was aces. But Win didn't have it. He paid 5,000 against it.
Yes,
And that was indeed the last hand. So thank you for tuning in and tune in next Thursday. This game happens every Thursday. If you don't like watching the stream, then be part of the stream. Get on the table, get on the seat. Show up at Masters Poker in Malate. Open every day, 4 p.m. to 6
This game is so
a.m.
hard.
Thank you and good morning.
Smoke. Hello, Paul. Can you? Okay. Oh, okay. Thank you.
このメンツでやろうって言ってるんですけど、このメンツいなくなったんですかね。柳は残るって。そう、それはすごい。